invested.
Once I get my motorcycle for the back, I'm so pissed off. I went to buy it, and
A little tiny one.
a little 250 Enduro, yeah, exactly. But I wanted light, but I had to have fuel injection. I'm not going to deal with the carburetor up in Rocky Mountain National Park.
All new ones are fuel injected, aren't they?
No, the 650s. No, man.
Really?
The 250 is the only one that I found that was fuel injected. The 400, the 650 Kawasaki, all brand new or still carbureted.
Yeah. They're still using the carburetor.
But the 250. So anyhow, I go to buy it. I figure I'm going to call the guy the next day and lowball him. They fucking sold it. It was the last 18. So now I got to wait for the 19th, which will be late August.
That's too much for the lowball, huh?
100, yeah, no kidding.
Somebody lowballed him the day before you.
But I have the phones X'd out because I've got 10 calls to make, so I'm just making them real quick, just so you know. Because I don't want the other ones.
Calm down. Calm down. I might get a Roomba for it.
Aruba?
Roomba.
I don't know.
Is that the vacuum?
Yeah. They'll follow us around in the RV cleaning.
Cleaning the back of the RV for you.
I finally got all my Fire Sticks hooked up. This really pisses me off about Roku. So we have Dish Network, okay, at home.
Yeah.
Dish Network has the coolest app. It's called Dish Anywhere.
Right.
Dish Anywhere, literally, it's just like being in
DirecTV.
DirecTV has one too. But I can do anything, not just a few movies or recorded stuff, live TV anywhere with Wi-Fi.
Right.
They don't put it on Roku. You simply cannot get it on Roku. I can get it on my phone, I can get it on my tablet, but you can't get on Roku. But you can get it on Amazon's Fire.
Well, that's big. A lot of times DirecTV like here.
Yeah, exclusive.
Like Apple TV will do, will ace out people. Certain, they have these little alliances.
Yep. But it drove me crazy, so I finally just swapped it. And during Prime Day, all the Fire Sticks were half price, so like $19.
If you're a fan of quality parts,
And then, if you guys haven't seen these new satellite things, so for actual DirecTV, if there's no Wi-Fi, my whole thing is like this big
just sign up
by
and check
this
out
tall.
to get double
It's a little
points on your
dome,
entire purchase.
and you basically just
Double
connect it,
points and sign
and it takes about 3 minutes, and it does its own thing and finds the satellite, and you're done. You can mount it up top too, but I don't want it up there.
Keep track of Flexident when they're on, when they're doing their push.
What do you mean keeps track of them?
Well, next week. Well, they don't always do endorsements. Are we just visiting? They've got the
Yes.
the committee.
They do, it's about 6 months out of the year.
I've actually done all. I just want to make sure they're paying.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely paying. And then when they are off referral list, they're always on. Yeah.
One per shot.
No, anytime there's spots for them, they're under endorsement. Period, end of story.
There's a way to list your home to attract multiple offers and incite bidding wars? Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Do you know what it is? Don't feel bad. Neither do most real estate brokers. But Frank
Yeah, we're really starting to love
uses
these
this system in all of
RV
his
parks
listings.
now.
There's simply no such.
Although you guys up there last weekend, your fire ban was
Dude, those are ugly.
number 3, man. You couldn't even,
Mark, there's
no
not
propane, nothing.
Mark, there's no reason that House Modern twice. Who's their account guy? Hiram, right?
No, it's the new guy.
Why do they do that?
Well, occasionally they just kicked off. I wouldn't worry about it right now. I thought yesterday you did 3. That surprised me. I didn't know.
think I did.
Well, you definitely did 3. I don't know if there was 3 of them. Yeah.
No. I mentioned them several times. When I did other spots, I said,
Okay.
introducing so-and-so.
I thought you did 3.
Flexident's 3.
The Troubleshooter.
Hi, Tom Martino here. It's car day, so this hour brought to you by Flexident, the preferred way to get your car fixed for hail damage or any kind of light dings where paint is not involved. Hello, we help people. That's what we do here. And today, car day, we concentrate on cars, but not just cars. It's our emphasis on Fridays. We have experts in, like today we have Andy Barella. He's a service director at a Colorado Springs Dodge dealership. It's called Colorado Springs Dodge. We also have Jesse Sillinger from Colorado Springs, Honest, Accurate Auto. We have experts all over the place, from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins, like way up north, Hands-On Auto Tech. Isn't that's yeah, we have great people all over. And it's car day, so you can ask our experts questions. And Flexident is truly magic. I mean, it really is a great way to do it. Now, just because people say they are paintless dent repair doesn't mean they're all created equally. Nick here has, like, 30 years experience, plus all his people have 20 years or more. And it saves you time and money. It can save on your deductible. It's fixed in 1 to 3 days. They have several locations. Appointments are now open. You see, a lot of places you have to wait. You don't have to wait with Flexident, and once you get your car in, it's 1 to 3 days. Here's the deal, okay? Try Flexident first before the other places, because you'll never know they've been there. It does not detract from the value of your car. 303-619-6273, 619-6273. Flexident of Colorado.com. Flexident of Colorado.com. Let's talk. Vanessa. All right, Vanessa, you have a problem. Let's get right to it. What's going on, Vanessa?
So I bought a car in December in Longmont, and it was from a used dealership, and we really liked the car, and then we went to go get the plates for it when the temp tags expired in February, and DMV had told us that there was no title work there, so I was confused, and, like, we called the dealership back, and this has gone on for 7 months now.
Wait a minute.
Still have no...
You can't get title for 7 months, I believe, even though there's no time limit specified in the law. It says reasonable.
That's definitely not reasonable.
No. So, Vanessa, you can undo this deal. Get your money back.
Do you want to get out of it?
I do. I don't want the car anymore, and the bank still charges me for it monthly, and nobody owns it.
But you're driving it.
Yeah, I drive it every day.
And they keep giving you temp tags.
Yeah, they keep forging the sale date.
What do they tell you? What do they tell you about getting the title?
They just keep saying that it's at an auction somewhere and that they're working on it.
What place is it?
It's called Rand Motors.
R&D Motors.
R&D, that's my bad, Tom.
Where is it?
R&D. R&D. Okay.
R and the and symbol D, like
I'm going to go call them for you at the break.
Yeah. I don't know why they think they can do this. Did you ask for your money back?
I did, and they said they're still working on it.
Well, you can go to, I know this, if you go to the dealer licensing board, you'll get your money back.
Are they in Longmont?
They are, and I've
Have you noticed all of the scumbags in Longmont for some reason? Why are there so many scumbag car dealers in Longmont? What is about that? What is it? Hold on, Vanessa. We'll call them. Kevin, what's going on with 5280 heating?
Hey, yeah, this is a air conditioner I had put in.
Wait, a central AC?
Yes, it is. Yep.
And what's the problem?
And a few weeks ago, it started short cycling on me, where it'd come on about 3-4 seconds, and turn off for 20, and keep doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, that'll kill it.
Yep. And I've known this guy from 5280. He's been doing my work for 8 or 9 years.
So what's the problem?
Always been an honest guy. Well, I reached out to him, sent him a text message, had his cell number. Hey, can you help me out? Maybe give me a little advice. Am I doing something wrong? And he didn't reply.
Well, there's nothing you're doing wrong. It's obviously a problem. I mean, it's probably a wiring problem.
Get me through the day, kind of.
Has this been doing it from the very beginning of the installation?
No. Just started about a month ago.
I wonder. Hold on a sec, okay? What's the last he said? Is he going to fix it or not?
No, I have not been able to get in touch with him at all.
Why don't you just call someone else?
And I did. I went to the Train website, found another Train dealer, and one of the first things they asked me is, well, has somebody been out to inspect it? And I said, well, what do you mean inspect it? And they said, well, they need to do a building permit.
Listen, fix it 24/7. And I brought this up the other day. They have a special, okay? And the special is $39. They do this all the time for me. $39 to find any problem. Now get you. Now, if you want it fixed, they actually credit you $77 off the repair if you have it done.
Okay.
But you don't even have to do that. What I'm saying to you is this is a perfect scenario where the $39 is all you have to spend.
Certainly.
And then once they tell you what's wrong, then you can decide, you can call back that other place and say, look, this is wrong. But if you let them look at your system, it'll just be $39. This is a perfect scenario where this comes in, fix it 24/7.
Well,
and this is for anyone, by the way. But this, I would do this if I were you. I would have them come out.
Fix it one time.
What's that?
This would fix it one time. It's the fact that Train came back to me and said, no, we do all of our warranty work through the installer that sold you the system. We're not even going to honor the warranty other than going through the dealer.
Why?
Well,
we don't even know what's wrong with it. I'll bet you there's nothing wrong with the unit. I think it's the install. That's what I would do. Yes, Suzanne.
So, Tom, I don't know if he told you this, but no other dealer will even look at it and touch it for him because it never had a final inspection.
Final inspection where? What do you mean final inspection? From the county? From the county, Kevin?
Correct.
So they never got a permit on this?
I don't know. I did go online and find out that he is a licensed contractor in Denver, but I don't know if he ever got a permit, and I know they never sent out an inspector. That's for darn sure.
All right, listen.
This system was bought,
Kevin,
5/8 of 2017.
I think Fix-It would look at it. I think they would, and I think for $39 they'd give you a list of what's wrong, and I'll bet you they can probably fix it by the time you take the $77 off. But that's what I would do. Okay, I just would to begin with. You know, you can't do better than that. Just to find the problems, then we can address the system. You tell him I want. Where are they? Where's he located? Kevin, where are you located?
Parker.
Okay, okay, Parker. They service Parker. And listen, I'm not giving you the brush off. I swear to you, and I'm not just trying to plug fix it. They will. This is where that $39 is invaluable. Even if you're having a warranty issue, they can tell you and pinpoint the problem. Now you may have more than one problem. I'm a little distressed that 5280 is not coming back and they didn't get a final inspection. But what I'm saying is, if Fix-It pinpoints the problems, then we can go to 5280 and nail them. Fix-It 24/7. Not only that, but if anyone, I just got this email from George, the owner. Wonderful owner. I've known him for years and years. If anyone has a broken air conditioner, they will take $100 off their already low price to fix it. Okay? But Kevin, for you, that could be. You pay the $39, right? And now, if you have it fixed, they'll take $100 off. So you may just want to do that. We'll go after 5280 for you. 720-526-3939 is Fix-It 24/7. 720-526-3939 or fixmyhome.com. And remember, that is $100 off any broken air conditioning problem. Anything. All right, now, Mark, you're going to call for Vanessa.
I already left. I left a message. They sound like clowns. They sound like they got an answering machine from the 90s.
Now, Debbie, what is the problem with a body shop, Deb? What's happening? Deb, what's going on? Are you there? I don't know where Debbie is. So let's see if we can get her. Twyla.
Yes.
Is it Twyla?
Yes, it is, Twyla.
Well, what's going on, Twyla?
I bought a car from Maxim Auto on July 5th, and on my way home, the car overheated. Well, I took my car back about 6 times.
Okay, hold on. On the way home when you bought it, it overheated?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question I've asked a million times. Did you have the car checked out before you took it?
Well, I drove it, and...
Okay. Twyla, you know what I mean, right? You bought it as is. Now, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying these guys, you know, have a right to rip you off. I'm not saying that. But come on now. They did sell you a car as is. But I understand you bought a warranty. Did you buy, you bought a dealer warranty, or did they just give it to you?
They gave it to me.
It says here that you have a limited warranty. Okay, so what is are they living up to the warranty, Twyla?
No, they're not.
Why?
Read that a little more.
Read what?
It says it covers 0% labor, 0% parts.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's some warranty.
This is a dealer warranty.
It's
limited.
finally the first one that's honest.
The dealer will pay 0% of the labor and 0% of the parts for the covered systems.
Boy, that's
Wait a minute.
That's a hell of a warranty.
Are you, Dan, when did you get a copy of this? Did you call them, Maxim? I can't believe this. Wait a minute. Plus, you have to pay the first $250. Have they been looking at this car for you?
Yeah, I took it in. In fact, I think today, because they called me last night and told me to bring it in today, this will probably be the 7th time.
Did you realize that this warranty says they cover, they could have put here as is, no warranty, but they didn't. They checked dealer warranty, and it says the dealer will pay 0. Now, did you realize it said that?
No.
You signed it.
I didn't see that.
You signed it right underneath it. Right, I mean, I don't even mean on a separate page. You signed exactly underneath 0% labor and 0% of the parts. You're responsible for 100%. How can they call this a warranty? We got to call them. No, we have to.
Maybe they're saying it's not a warranty. Did she pay for it?
No, Mark. There is a place to put no warranty.
Oh my God, I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
dealer warranty.
And then it says dealer will pay 0% of parts and 0% of labor. Okay, we got to.
Truly amazing.
This place is called Maxim Motors Auto Sales, and it's at 3300 South Wadsworth in Lakewood, 303-984-2277.
I'm going to put a picture of that up, too, on our stream.
We have to. What a spectacular. Did she email this to you? Because I'd like to get the email. Is it a fax? Damn it. Because I wanted to get one without the markup so I could put it online, you know, in a big, I wanted to blow it up. All right, hold on. Did it fax to electronic or did it fax to the machine directly, Dan? We got to call Maxim, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, so hang on a second. Cam Solar, they're giving free analysis of your lot to see if you're a candidate. That's Cam Solar. Are you a candidate for solar? Now, there's no obligation to find out. If you go to their website and fill out the information, they'll get back to you within 20 minutes on a performance estimate, and that estimate will become a guarantee if you go with them, and they will also guarantee the parts for 20 years. So you have a 20-year performance guarantee and a 20-year parts bumper-to-bumper guarantee on your solar system. But free analysis right now at this website, gocamsolar.com/troubleshooter. Fill out the information. They'll use some mapping software, some imagery online to find your roof line, the radiation, and how much solar you will produce. gocamsolar.com/troubleshooter.
Are they saying
dealer warranty? And then read right under it.
No, we have to. What we have to do.
It's an amazing
She didn't know anything about that.
Oh, she's fucking clueless, like most. I can't believe how many people buy something that expensive and sign their life away and don't have it checked out. It's really amazing.
So it says right here, other used vehicle warranty applies. So underneath it. So what they're saying is
It's not the dealers, it's a third party.
Right. Look at the first. They're saying we sold you the contract, but we're not paying. They are. They are.
You sure?
Look at the first page.
Shut up, Killjoy.
We like it better when it says warranty, 0 covered.
Service contract on this vehicle is available for an extra charge as for details about coverage, deductible price, exclusions. If you buy a service contract within 90 days of your purchase of this vehicle, implied warranties under your state's laws may give you additional rights.
I worked in 1, 2, 3 spots in that.
First thing.
on Colfax just west of Wadsworth, and in Aurora on Havana just south of.
Say that again.
I work in 3 spots.
And you can too. 303-455-7242. That's 303-455-7242. Sheridan Auto.
Belco is offering 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD for a limited time with balances of $10,000 or more. You heard right. 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD.
Staying busy, man.
Are you staying busy? You typically
Yeah, I was telling them we've been kicking around the idea of opening the North location up. Monument, Northgate.
So visit any Belco branch.
Nothing in stone yet, but yeah, we're looking.
What?
We're shopping.
No, fucking don't do Castle Rock. Dude, it is slammed. There on one exit now, there's 6 fucking stores. There's Goodyear, Firestone, Brakes Plus, Discount Tire, what's the other one that, oh my god, what's the other one that Firestone? Pep Boys.
One of the brakes places.
Pep Boys.
Mark,
They're always
these guys, Mark, these guys obviously love to advertise, take them down.
Why would you go to a clinic with no MDs at all? Centennial Schultz can
Just find out who they are. Almeida, they've been around for years. Suzanne, these people obviously love to advertise.
Just email me their,
What are they called?
Go look up there and then
something,
write it down.
Alameda Bell.
Alameda Bell Dental. ALMEIDA.
They've been around forever, and they're good people.
ALMEID. And on my
That's a powertrain contract. It ain't gonna cover shit. Engine and transmission.
Now that he's read it a little bit.
It ain't gonna help her no overheat.
Oh.
August 1st through 5th. Online and participating kiosks will remain open.
Okay, so limited warranty.
All Colorado driver license services are unavailable August 2nd and 3rd. To find out more, go to colorado.gov.
Where is the warranty?
Let's turn the page. That's the warranty.
This here?
Turn it one more time and look at the top
Well,
of
they
it.
didn't pay for. She didn't pay for it. That's why I thought it was theirs. But you're saying they did put a third party on it.
Yeah, powertrain limited warranty.
Yeah, I put a powertrain on it.
There's no charge. If there's a serious problem, online will identify it.
Okay, there is a warranty, dude.
They have their own screen.
I did too.
Hey,
it was the best.
Brutus, you know what this camera here is doing here? Did your boyfriend put that up? Your bromance?
That hurts, man. That hurts. No, he probably forgot it. He does it for his live stream.
He's the bee's knees.
Or he's stalking you, one of the two.
He's knees in every hive of bees in all the trees from here to Louise. Everyone agrees. You deserve the expertise of Progressive Business Insurance.
What is not covered? Any repair?
I looked at that and I went,
That is pretty fucking good.
That pretty much takes you back to the first.
Read what's not covered. Just
page.
the first sentence. What's not covered? Any repair. They should just leave it at that. It says right there, nothing is covered. And really, that is what's covered. They're going to say, oh, well, it sounds like a head gasket or something, if they can't figure out an overheating problem.
I'm Tom Martino. Now, we got to the bottom of that one problem with Maxim Auto. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, just hang on, because the warranty says dealer warranty. That's what it says. And then it says limited warranty. The dealer will pay 0% of labor and 0% of parts covered. And it says, however, it says something else that we'll get to. Andy Barella from Colorado Springs Dodge, who is not the dealer involved here, he just read it over, and he found some additional wording we'd love to let you see in a minute here. Bill's got a roofing question.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, Bill. What's happening with you?
Hey, I got the roofing company coming over to look at my roof.
Did you have your adjuster out first?
And that's the question. Do I show them the adjuster's paperwork?
No, you do not. Okay. Now, if the roofer says, well, I'll do whatever the adjuster says, then say, goodbye, roofer. I don't want anyone who works for the insurance company. I want someone who works for me.
Right, okay.
Now, did you get them from the referral list? I hope so. You listen all the time. I hope so.
But I got,
No, you didn't. How'd you get the roofer? Come on.
Peter Boyles I got Golden Spike.
Oh, they're on a referral list.
Are they? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because, son, when I had
Don't ever listen to Peter, though. Don't listen to Peter. No, you can't believe a word he says.
I know.
Okay, but Golden Spike.
Is he still talking about the Ramses?
No. Yeah, you can believe Pete when it comes to most things,
well,
really.
It's just I heard the advocate, because I use something. That's the guy that you guys use, right?
We use them all. On our referral list. If you go to our referral list, Excel, Golden Spike, we have a number of great roofers. And listen, seriously, you want a roofer, and this is for everyone listening, Bill, you want a roofer to tell you from their expert opinion what you need and how much it will cost. If they want to know what the insurance says, that's not, I don't like that, because some roofers will do anything the insurance says just to get the job. They don't care if you get everything you need. Now, I don't think Spike would do that, or his company, nor would Excel and Jay Bratz, nor would any of the good roofers on our referral list. But still, I still want them to put up their expertise and tell me what it will cost and what I need. Then you compare the two. And if the adjuster says you need more than the roofer, well, that's great. If the roofer says you need more than the adjuster, have the roofer fight for you. And if it's really important, we can even go into the arbitration process, and we can help you each step of the way. But what balls on this guy? He calls up and says, you listen to Peter to find my roofer. But he just happens to be on my referral list. So 303-713-TALK. Are we going to call Maxim Auto on this deal? Or are we just going to let it go because of what it says? What are we going to do on this one? They're trying to find the problem. Let me explain it. And then, Mark, decide if you want to call. It really does say dealer will pay 0%. Okay? We thought that was funny. But then in small print, Andy Barella, what does it say? You looked at it. It does say there's a third-party warranty on it.
Yeah, it says there's an additional warranty that that apparently they sold her, that somebody had to cover it. But it too is a limited coverage warranty.
So that's why they say the dealer's not going to pay it. It's up to the warranty company.
That's right.
Have you ever seen these before at your place?
Not printed like that, no.
Okay, now you go to the warranty that was sold to them.
Read what's not covered.
Okay.
The first two words.
Okay, any repair.
Isn't that great?
But keep reading. Okay, now here's what it says. I love to read these exceptions. Listen carefully. Any repair that's not authorized by the administrator and has not been given an authorization number, specifically authorized amount by a chain representative of the administrator. Now, they'll get you on one of these. Any damage to covered part by a non-covered part. So if a non-covered part fails and breaks a covered part, not covered. Any repair that is required due to damage caused by overheating. So if you overheat, nothing's covered. Now, what if you overheat due to a covered part? They're saying they're not going to cover anything after that. Okay, now, you ready? Damage caused by the wrong type or contamination of levels and fluids and lubricants. Okay? Any mechanical damage that results from continued operation once a failure has occurred. Now, that means when that oil light goes on, if you don't immediately stop, they're going to give you a very hard time. You know how many people limp into dealerships and seize the engine because of it? Now, here's another thing. All mechanical breakdowns that are under factory warranty. Here's another one. Mechanical breakdowns caused or related to any competitive off-road or motorsports or off-road, or any non-factory modification. Okay, then, or mechanical breakdowns caused by rust, corrosion, normal buildup. Repair expenses for any non-listed component for any reason, or any components that have not experienced a mechanical breakdown but simply need to be replaced. In other words, if it's old and worn out, forget it. Failures caused by impact or collision, okay, or wind, flood, war, riot, water. Any expenses for otherwise covered claims once the total aggregate limit of liability listed above has been reached for all paid claims. Now, do you remember what I told you about this? You have to look up what that means. What that means is, when all of the repairs add up together and are more than the car is worth, you have no coverage. Now think about this on a used car. The car is getting older. The value, and it's not what you paid, it's the value, which is often maybe 50%, 60, 70% of what you paid. The value of that car, you start adding the repairs, and when they equal, you have no more coverage. So the value of the vehicle is going down, the cost of repair is going up, so even though you think you have a 3-year warranty or 100,000 miles, it could be a 1-year warranty. It doesn't, you know, man, this is unbelievable. Here's the other one. Failures that occur before the sale of this contract, obviously, but it says as solely determined by the administrator. So what does that mean? And any expense caused by loss of time, loss of vehicle storage, inconvenience, all of the consequential damages. Oh my goodness gracious. It's the vehicle's operator's responsibilities to do all kinds of stuff here. You have to do all kinds of stuff. In fact, if you don't hit the pits with deodorant in the morning, they probably will hold that against you. This thing is so restrictive, you wouldn't believe it. This warranty is a bunch of garbage. But they're helping Twyla, she says. They just haven't been able to fix it. 303-713-TALK. Sue, you want to give some kudos. We're always ready for kudos. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, I'll try and make it brief.
Yes.
Friday, my air conditioning went out. Fix It 24/7. Gerald came out 7 o'clock Friday night.
Yeah.
Got it running, but said he didn't know how long it would last because my condenser was going. So then, of course, it went out on Saturday. I got a bid from Fix It on Sunday and a bid from L&L Heating and Air on Monday.
Yeah.
And L&L was quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Tim was great, and on Wednesday, Jesus and Keith came out and put my air conditioning in, and it's fabulous.
From
L&L.
Good. Did you have a good experience?
From L&L.
Good.
They replaced it for me. But
you wouldn't have gone
fantastic with both people.
You wouldn't have gone. Yeah, you wouldn't have gone wrong. And you're smart to shop. And remember this. You know, with everything compared, I without seeing it, I don't know why one would be more. But I'm sure there's reasons. But Twyla, thank you for telling me. Excuse me, not Twyla. I'm sorry, Sue. Thank you very much for the experience. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Hey, today is car day. Don't forget Rockies 9 to 7. They're open tonight, as well as tomorrow and Monday through Saturday, 9 to 7. That's Rocky's Autos, 63rd and Federal. A huge selection of used cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans with 40 lenders to choose from. So they have a program for you. And remember, they love trade-ins, and they really do pay higher trade amounts. Why? Because they sell those trades, most of them right there on the lot. That's Rocky's, 303-426-4646.
They're going to cover the water pump, but when it blows the engine, well, it blew the engine out.
I know.
We got to get that at one.
Jeremy and myself are going to go visit them next week. Yeah, no, I know that. And his boss man is working on 2. Canicelli's working on 2 different ones too.
So how's business over there?
I didn't know this.
Yeah?
Jim's got Colorado Springs Dodge is owned by Deal and Doug and another guy, right?
That is correct.
Who's the other guy?
Carl Benson.
What does he own besides that one? Doesn't he own a couple other dealerships?
Benson owns part of Arapahoe Kia.
Yeah, okay.
He owns part of Skyline Mitsubishi. I think them are the primary ones.
Do him and Doug own most of them together?
No, Doug has other partners, like in...
so they're all different.
In Vegas, he has 2 stores in Vegas, pretty new stores, and John is his partner in Vegas. So it just depends.
Depends on what's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
How did Tom leave that one with that Maxim? We're supposed to call him or what?
Well, apparently they're working on it. Isn't that right, guys? Don't they have the vehicle and they're trying to fix it?
She was supposed to bring it back today, I think.
This was the warranty girl, Twyla?
Yeah.
I wonder how old that car is. I wonder what year and model it is.
Find out what
How
they've
many
already
miles?
done and what does she mean by overheating. Is she driving that thing until it's shutting down? I mean,
113,000 miles. Chevy HHRT 2011.
He's the owner of Pro Auto Care for 25 years, and they give a 36,000-mile warranty.
I wonder if they're working on it or who's doing it. I'll go. Fueling is still there.
How big is this dealership?
Maxim?
I've heard of them. Aren't they in the Springs?
No, well, so this is Maxim.
Maybe
It's
I'm
not
thinking of
maximum, it's maximum. In fact, he should be up. We're supposed to give a update with him. He's not up on that. You can look at the calls.
In case you need fast emergency service, which they offer, of course, 7 days a week. 720-787-46.
Oh, you don't have the calls up?
I just got the computer up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was,
just give me a
it
holler.
was broken, it was
He's
down.
been playing with it all.
And Mark said that it was, the server apparently was in the basement or something.
Did it just come up?
It just came up.
Okay, 10 to 11,000 she'll get total. What does she owe on it?
She said she owes 6.
And she can get 10 or 11, and she'll have about 5 left. Or she can buy it back for how much?
4,000.
So she gets 10 and buys it back for 4. Let it go do it. Or gets
Yeah, she said that she ends up getting like $6,500.
plus the car.
Yeah.
She should do that. She'll
Yeah.
get 6,500 plus keep the car.
That's what I said.
K-How.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, then I'm gonna tell her, and
There's
then I
no
told
reason.
her.
I would
As long
do
as
that.
she doesn't mind driving the car.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, she
or
does.
sell the damn car.
Actually, her company gives her a Mini to drive half the time, so she's
I
cool
would
with
do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
And you can sell a hail damaged car like that decently.
and then,
It is
and
Colorado.
then she
People
just
know
needs
it's
to
hail.
carry,
It's only going to happen again.
what did you say before?
Don't worry. It will happen again.
So I told her just to carry the least amount,
Liability.
the liability.
Yeah, of course, you
exactly.
can't insure it after that. You won't get it.
Okay, young gal, first car, total.
That's a great deal. If they'll pay you.
How old is she?
It's a Honda Civic. She's 26. So, but she was going to call into the show today because she's like, you work for Tom. And I'm like, 26-year-olds know who Tom is. You know, well, and she knows because I work for him. So, but I thought that was cute. But then she couldn't call in today because they're laying off all these people at work, and she has to do it.
Oh, no.
Which means they're keeping her, so that's good.
That's true.
Unless she has to fire herself. Which
Right.
is fun.
There's a hard one.
Troubleshooter. For a free solar quote, call 720-449-2935. 720-449-2935.
One of my technicians is going to call in. He's having problems with his HOA. Go figure that out, right? They're towing cars off of their property for not having passes in the window, but they haven't given out any passes.
Oh, you're kidding.
That sounds like.
It's like, are you kidding me?
Is white tone involved?
I don't think that could be.
Yeah. He said he called him and he's got the letter. I told him, keep the letter.
I said it's a yes.
There's always something.
There's always more to it.
You know, white tone.
They're going to work on it. She needs to bring it back to him. That's what my understanding
She's
was.
the light of
I
fire.
thought, isn't
She
she?
did call.
What?
No, she is screwed, but I would like to just get somebody to light a fire.
Yeah, I'll call.
All right.
Okay, you got,
I like talking about this, but I want people to understand this. BecomeTheBanker.org, go to that, or BecomeTheBanker.info. That'll really answer your questions. The concept is a safe, conservative investment appropriate for anyone. That doesn't mean everyone should do it, okay? What it means is that it is a safe investment having to do with life insurance, but life insurance is not the investment. Life insurance is simply something that allows you to do it. The government says if you have life insurance, you're allowed to accumulate cash value tax-free. It was really something made for insurance companies because insurance companies want to pay out a death benefit and they want to encourage people to build up cash value. And here's why. If you build up cash value and you never use it, you only get paid the death benefit and the insurance company keeps the cash. So the idea is to use Joe Chiano and Become the Banker and learn how to turn the system back for your benefit. You build cash value and borrow from it through your lifetime instead of a credit card, then pay it back, but you don't leave it in there for the insurance company. You draw it out in paychecks for the rest of your life in monthly payments and you never pay them back. That is called a policy loan, and the death benefit pays it off. So it really becomes a retirement plan. It's truly a remarkable plan. BecomeTheBanker.info to sign up for a seminar. Let's keep going here. Now, we have with us Andy Barella from Colorado Springs Dodge, and we have Jesse Schillinger from Honest Accurate Auto, and we're taking car problems and others as well. Right now, Ira wants to talk about an 04 Chevy Silverado with electric door steps. What's going on?
When I open up and close my front doors, the steps don't. Once in a while they go down, but not all the time. They're kind of intermitting.
When you open the door?
Yeah, when I open the doors.
Yeah.
If I open the back doors, they work fine.
It's a stick. They're sticking. Your micro switch is sticking. Guys, isn't that a logical thing that usually happens?
Yeah, that's.
And the front ones are used more. That's why you're having a problem.
Okay, I kind of thought that to be the
now sometimes you can, if you can locate the micro switch, you can spray them with an electrical cleaner, not WD-40. That's conductive. You need something that is made for electrical contacts, and you can spray the hell out of it and then put some compressed air on it, and sometimes you can clean those out.
Okay, thanks. But okay, my more important question is I've been trying to find a backup camera for my truck. I've tried a couple of them off Amazon. I returned them because there are problems with them.
Why? Some of them are so easy. They're just wireless.
Yeah, they are, and that's what I'm looking for was a wireless. But the one I liked that worked the best that had a really good magnetic mount. But the problem is that the monitor was on a wand on a metal stick that plugged into the electrical receptacle. About every time the truck moved, there'd be vibration and there'd be snow on the screen, so I couldn't see anything.
Huh.
So are
you asking me, do I know of any really good backup cams?
Yes.
I don't personally have experience, but I'm going to ask people to call us and let us know, and you can listen because we get a lot of great listener feedback. So they can call us either at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If they can't get through there to leave feedback, we'll have them call 303-MARTINO. You can always get through there, 303-627-8466. That's 303 Martino. Let us know if you have a third-party backup camera that you love, that you use, wireless. It's, we reviewed one time here.
They're all the same to me.
Yeah, but some of them are truly wireless. Others, you have to
you got to run a wire.
Yeah, I don't like running wires. It's ridiculous. Now, I wouldn't mind changing batteries even, and have an auto off. But I don't want to wire one into the taillights. I don't want to. It's plugging into the cigarette lighter is not bad. But anyway, if anyone has one, let us know. Did you call Maxim Auto?
No, pull Twyla back up because I'm totally confused.
Twyla bought a car used as is, except the dealer put a third-party warranty on it.
Yeah.
And now she's having overheating problems.
Well, no, it's not overheating. I just talked to her off air. I'm trying to figure out what I'm even calling for at this point.
What is the problem, Twyla?
The problem is ever since, the first time, that's what I'm telling you, the first day that I bought it was overheated. I pulled over and we called the mechanic. He came over and put water. Well, that same day when I'm driving it started jerking. And it's been doing that ever since. Every day.
Okay, so now it's not the overheating, it's jerking.
Yes.
Yes, and I took it back and the mechanic...
Okay, all right, it's jerking, Mark.
I know, but she's brought it back numerous times and they can't duplicate it, so I'm trying to understand what she even means by it's jerking.
Does it do it every time?
Every day.
Then I would take them for a ride in it so they can experience it.
Or bring it somewhere else and figure out what's wrong with it, then go tell them.
Yeah, as a mechanic, it's a difficult thing if we can't get it duplicated. We tell customers all the time, if you can make it happen, when it's happening, come grab us. We'll get in the car with you. We'll go for a ride so that we can pinpoint what's going on.
That's the only thing we can do, Twyla.
What area are you in, Twyla?
Where are you?
I'm in Westminster.
Westminster.
How about the guy that comes in now?
Up north?
Yeah, what's his name? I can't believe...
He's farther up north than that. but, I mean...
I'm trying to think what's around her, just to look at it, so we can...
You were talking about hands-on?
Hands-on, yes. So we can at least call them and say, hey, here's what's wrong with it.
She could always call, like, SOS Inspections or Auto MDs, the mobile inspections.
Because the problem is she has brought it up there numerous times, and they can't duplicate it. That's all they're going to say.
Brian, what's going on with you? Brian.
Hey, Tom. Sorry
hey, man.
about that.
What's happening?
Hey, so I have a 2017 Subaru Crosstrek.
Okay.
I was in a wreck last year where a lady hit me in the driver's front quarter.
Okay.
They had to replace the bumper, and they had to replace some radiator supports, which totaled about $2,000 in damage.
Bumper and radiator support. Now, let me guess. The Carfax is reporting major damage.
Absolutely. It says severe damage.
Severe damage, and it was only a bumper and a radiator support. Mark had the same problem. You can't get those changed to save your life.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Now, Mark, what did you do about it?
There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's on there.
But who reported it?
In our instance, it was Douglas County reported it. The police reported it.
And they won't take it back?
Well, basically it says it was in a major accident. And it was, I guess, a major accident.
But it was minor damage.
Well, ours wasn't exactly minor.
Oh,
the car wasn't totaled, but it was still 10 grand.
Oh, well, okay, Mark. I thought you were complaining because it shouldn't be called severe.
No, my whole complaint is why we had it fixed properly and it wasn't totaled. It's not like we bought it back salvaged. We had it fixed properly from a real body shop, and it's like new again. It doesn't report it's like new again. It reports it was in a major accident.
And what does yours actually say, Brian?
Well, mine says severe damage.
Okay, Jesse, what did you have to say from Honest Accurate Auto?
I think when Carfax is looking at the report, anytime you're doing subframes, frames, or supports, they're calling that major because that's changing the frame of the car. So when he's talking
it's major, but what about... Right. Well, this wasn't major, though. This didn't change the frame.
You had radiator supports replaced.
Radiator, yeah.
They consider those as subframes.
Yeah,
radiator supports.
The support is the whole front section of the...
Okay.
It's a big section of the front... The whole front clip.
Here's the bottom line.
What was the dollar amount of the damage?
$2,000. You know, here's the bottom line. There's nothing you can do about it. And people have to interpret those the way they want.
Yeah, it's not just the insurance companies, the body shops, the police. Everybody reports to Carfax.
Have you ever noticed how a company starts out and then they gain that credibility where they become I mean, they're not official, but they are official now. They are as official as you get.
Yep.
They are the central database. Do other companies compete with them at all?
I don't think so.
There's a couple out there. I can't recall the name of them, but there are others comparable to Carfax.
Isn't it amazing that everyone decided to cooperate with them? I mean, how does a company gain that kind
I think ultimately, though,
of credibility?
They're good for the consumer, ultimately.
I love them, but how does it get there? You know, is it marketing? Is it usefulness? Is it demand? They had to have created a demand on the consumer level who demanded it, and then these shops started saying, we better report them. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing the way it starts and goes. Okay, we have a lot more to talk about. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. While we're talking about cars, remember one thing as we approach the weekend. Cars and alcohol do not mix. Neither does weed. Now, if you are going to smoke or drink, just get a designated driver or try Uber or Lyft. I preach this all the time. But it goes without saying, some people are going to be ticketed. Some people are going to be ticketed justifiably. Others will be falsely accused because of one thing they swerved or another, maybe. Whatever it is, Joe Lazara doesn't care. He defends you. Okay? That means he gets you through the system. And you need an attorney, guilty or innocent. 303-429-6200 for any criminal defense. And believe me, DUI is criminal. LazaraLegal.com. He's on my referral list at referrallist.com. Just search Joe, Joseph, or Lazara, 303-429-6200.
Oh, man.
This report
This duck boat thing is horrible.
This what?
You know what a duck boat is? It looks like a bus, and then it drives right into the water. Up in the Ozarks, man. Table Rock. I've been on that. Somebody got hurt? Probably 17 dead.
No.
Yeah,
They took it out to 60-mile-an-hour winds.
What happened? What is it called? What is this called? No, they didn't take it out. What is it called? What is it called? Just Google duck boat.
That's in Missouri?
As in quack quack duck boat.
Tonight mostly cloudy overnight.
Yeah, it's on Table Rock. I've been there. Here's what's cool about Table Rock.
It capsized. Oh my God.
It's
Don't
like
they have life jackets?
That's what I said. I don't know on a bus/boat. Boy, you would sure think so.
They didn't have life jackets?
Yeah, but I think more the problem was it capsized. So even if they had life jackets, they couldn't get the fuck out.
Still, any vehicle on.
But we don't know. My only point is we don't know if they didn't drown inside the boat.
No. Yeah, they probably got trapped.
Young children.
Oh, 1 to 70 years old, man.
Jeez.
What the hell was he taking that out into the lake?
Well, I think from what I heard on Fox, the storm rolled in so fast it wasn't even on the radar.
You got your computer up.
Didn't you say that boat that capsized, the storm came in that quick?
The winds.
Why couldn't they go over and try to save them?
Oh, that's
They're taking
It wasn't
film.
a storm, it was just winds. How would they even know?
With strong winds. Tom, line 4 only has 5 minutes, but says you can change car packs. So
You can write in, but they still
by your own shop.
a shop can and a person can, but they still make the decision whether it's changed.
Wait, did you see this woman taking the cell phone footage laughing?
And
Did you
going,
see that?
I don't think she was going, poor baby.
She was laughing.
Oh my God.
Look at her. Watch her.
Where?
Oh my God, you're not kidding.
She's fucking laughing, taking the cell phone video.
Where is it?
So on CBS News, tourist boat capsizes sinks on Missouri. Mark and I have been to Table Rock. I was there as a kid several times. So Mark and I took our kids to Table Rock Lake.
In Branson? I've been there with Branson.
She must have not known people were dying.
I mean, she must have not known.
Why didn't they go over there and try to...
Patterson said the duck boat had life jackets on board, but Missouri law doesn't require people to wear them. Doesn't mean the tour operator can't.
Right.
That was a tour boat?
They'll be changing that.
Yeah, it's a tour boat.
And they didn't have life jackets?
It's weird, dude. It's literally a bus that drives in and becomes a boat.
I'll guarantee you they have to have life jackets.
Well, I said
I
they
just
do.
read it. It said it.
63 miles an hour. Here's the deal, though. Why do they have, like, life jackets?
They do have them on the boat, but you don't have to wear them.
Oh, you can't see it here. Here it is. Look.
Oh, they have them in there, though. Okay.
Look at this. Look at it.
A pair of ducks? Did they say a pair?
Did they both sink or one of them?
Look.
What did you say?
I'm just looking at that.
Both of them?
No, just
one made safely.
I can't believe even with the turning this around,
Look at
it
it.
came up like that.
That's got to be terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Oh, that's awful. So they didn't really roll, they just sunk.
This sucks.
Yeah, it happened last night, man.
Oh, that's ugly.
$100.
This sucks.
$20,500.
Results may vary, but tax representation can help you. Has the IRS threatened to freeze your bank accounts, take your home, your cars, and garnish your wage? You don't have to fear the IRS any longer if you call tax representation.
I don't even see why anybody would want to. I don't see why you'd want to be on that. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's
will contact the IRS the same day, putting a stop to bank levies.
We rented a boat there. Table Rock's interesting because there's a city below it. Scuba divers go there. They opened the dam and flooded the city back in the early 1900s. There's like fucking cars and buildings, all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of cool? Yeah, it was dammed up. They dammed it forever, and then pretty much it became a ghost town, and for whatever reason they undammed it. I mean, it was all done on purpose.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303 713-TALK. Mark, you have a comment on Carfax. Go ahead.
Yes, you said that you couldn't change Carfax, and there is actually a way that you can change Carfax. I'm in the car business, working at a dealership, and I change Carfaxes or request changes to Carfaxes.
Now, how do you do it?
Basis.
How do you do it, Mark?
Well, they have a tool on our end of things. Like I said, I'm at dealership level, so I don't know what the consumer would do, but I can, send a request for any record they have on there. If I have evidence to prove the contrary, I can request a change and what I want the change to be, give them the, supporting documentation if they need it, and then, they'll remove the entry. The worst.
Yeah, and I imagine, Mark, if it's inaccurate, that would happen pretty easily. I think in this case, though, it's a matter of semantics, though. Like, what do what do people consider major?
True, and I've had one that I did have changed that said major, and I actually reported it as a total loss, and I had it changed just to an accident based on the evidence that the customer provided to us on the car they were trading into us.
Sure.
And we submitted that, and they did in fact change it from a total loss with a major accident to just an accident.
Okay.
So,
all right. But it's at the dealership level.
Because we're one of their clients, and
right.
We have a tool that we can request that. On a consumer basis, I'm sure if you pay for a Carfax, there has to be some way that you can, dispute the validity of any one given, record entry that they have.
All right, yeah, I'm sure that's. I just don't think they're going to take an accident off there if there was an accident.
No, he's not saying that. He's saying you can have the severity change possibly. Okay, Dornice, we tried to go to you before, so I hope you're there now. Go ahead.
Hi there. We went to buy a family SUV from Tynans in Fort Collins, and they told us that they were selling us a Yukon XL Denali. And we thought that was wonderful. We loved it. The front grills were changed to match the Denali. We were really happy with it. We recently went in to trade it in, and we found out that it is not a Denali, and the VIN does not match a Denali. So we are paying for more car than we actually have. So that put us in.
What's on the actual sale?
Yeah, hold on. You don't have a Denali? What do you have?
I've seen this with Jeeps.
But what do you have?
I have an SLT 1500, and I did not know that until we took it in.
And okay, hold on. We got to figure this out. Please don't go anywhere. I want to know what the difference is and how they changed it, and if the dealer knew. There's a bunch of questions here. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Or the limited?
The Rubicon. You can take a normal Jeep and buy the Rubicon stickers and shit and make it look like a Rubicon.
You can do that with almost any.
Well, that's all they did. That's
exactly what she's saying.
She's saying that her Chevy Tahoe is listed as Denali.
Right. And she said, well, somebody changed the grill and the envelope like it.
If it's on the fucking invoice, whoever sold it to us got a problem.
That's where it's a problem. That's be on the paperwork.
I doubt it's on the paperwork.
They put it on the car and make it look fancy. That's one thing.
Let's face it, you can slap a Hyundai emblem on a Cadillac. It doesn't make the Cadillac any better.
Do some.
Get the help you need. Some health insurance covers the cost.
Do that just so I can make the Hyundai payments on the Cadillac.
0893
Well, just like back in the day, you get Camaro, and you put the SS stuff on there.
Yeah, you just buy the fucking. And now with Amazon, you can buy any emblem anywhere for anywhere. I'll tell you what I've seen a few times. It's somewhat trending. People take all the emblems off. And you're like, God, what kind of car is that?
Dude, people do that non-stop. I mean, like, with all the new trucks, it just became this big trend that everybody takes all the emblems off. They black everything out, and that's a big deal nowadays.
They said in 1999 in Arkansas, another boat just like it, and it's exactly what I was thinking. They have life vests, they have everything. Because there's a fucking roof, people can't escape.
I was going to say,
any other boat, think about it, man, besides a cruise ship, you can get out.
Yeah, that thing was a trap, it looks like. Where would you go?
Right. So they said even the dealer switched out the front grill to make them look like a Denali.
Wow, did the dealer do that, or did somebody
They
change
might
it?
have taken it
She said the dealership.
Did she buy it new?
No.
I can't imagine they do that.
Where's the paperwork? That's all that's going to matter.
Right now, North Korea is illegally smuggling petroleum products into the country at a level that far exceeds the quotas established by the United Nations.
China and Russia being called out by the U.S.
They told us, I thought she said our paperwork says Denali. It says, our paperwork says Denali.
Well, let's see it.
About a payment to an ex-Playboy model, Karen McDougal. Current personal attorney Rudy Giuliani says it was secretly made and has lasted some 2 minutes long.
He believes it contains a conversation that proves that the president didn't do anything wrong because Giuliani says the president tells Michael Cohen in his recording that if Cohen did make a payment to somebody to write a check instead of sending cash, so there would be some sort of a record.
Contributing to the high loss of life was a continuous canopy roof that entrapped passengers within the sinking vehicle.
Breaking news that the Republican Party is in Charlotte, North Carolina to host the 2020 presidential nominating convention.
What do you
Fox
mean?
News, Farron.
Oh,
It's the little things, like giving back to the communities we serve. That's why Bells is helping bring classroom dreams to life through our Community Counts program.
why can't you do
And
one?
You can join us
Are you
in
sure
our
you can't find one that's online, like
No.
Arizona?
Post your donation at your nearest Bells. Your gifts provide funding for local classroom projects.
Because, I mean, it would be at your own pace, too. You could knock it out quick
You'll
or
also
slow or
receive a
whatever.
$5 coupon as a thank you for your donation of $5 or more. Bells. Little things mean everything. Bells is part of our Sage family. All students apply.
Walgreens has good news for anyone managing diabetes. We got your back.
And then what I do is you should sit down with,
you in person and answer any questions.
I would
you have
actually
about
say
new
Siglia,
existing medications.
get a heads up on the exam.
Advice from our trusted experts day and night at Walgreens.com
What do you mean?
or the mobile app.
I mean, get a good, I think Siglian would have a great understanding of exactly what to expect on the bar. On the bar.
It's great news. Stop by and talk to
Yeah,
your Walgreens
well, I was a
pharmacist
different state
today.
too, though.
Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
This report is brought to you by Sprint.
Mostly sunny today with a high of 96. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 66. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 95. Sunday, mostly cloudy and a high of 92.
Get the new Unlimited Plus from Sprint, full of the features you love for a price you'll love. Learn more by stopping by your local Sprint store, visiting sprint.com.
Yep, it's got nothing to do with life preservers, man. They just can't get to, they can't get out.
That's just here. Where would they go?
Promise a lot. Let's hear who really delivers.
When they sell
like an encased.
looks like a bus.
It looks like a school bus.
I've seen them before, but I always thought they were like open top.
I do too. I've never seen anything like. Well, of course, this says it's a
Canopy.
Canopy.
So when the weather's not great, it's probably on. I don't know.
So it's not a solid roof, and it's just a cloth style.
Like a convertible.
You said one sunk a couple years back?
1999 killed 13 in Arkansas.
So why would they even?
Call 1-800-501-6000.
There's a company that runs these.
From the provider who delivers.
How many were
I
on
saw them on
This one's crazy though. 17.
You know which one I saw it on was that Bob show. What the heck was
Does it
that?
say how many were on it?
It does.
I'm curious to see how many got out of it.
It says Denali. How comforting it is.
On the paperwork? Oh yeah. Now you got a problem.
And then on the screen, it says Denali on the paperwork. And this is what a guy said, I'm sure these guys know, but this is what somebody called and said the difference between the two is.
It sure does say Denali.
And they're saying.
Do you have the bench?
Well,
Does that bench?
The bench on that
it is,
paper.
hold on, guys, it is a Denali. It's just a different
No, it's
level
not a
of trim.
Denali.
No, I thought they were.
She says it's not.
The Denali is the level of trim.
Yeah.
No, I thought you said.
It's a Denali, but the VIN ran as the SLT. But it was sold as a Denali.
But don't they have Denali?
I thought it would say Denali on the back. Any Denali I've ever seen says Denali on
Well,
the back.
yeah, but that's her point, is that they doctored it.
They wrote it.
Yukon SLT, not a Denali. A Denali is, I thought
thought Denali is the trim. It's the full-blown nice.
I thought she was complaining about the level of trim.
If it comes up, is what she's saying in SLT, they fucked her. Whether they did it on purpose
Denali
or
is
not.
top of the line level of trim from GMC. And the brand, it's a sub-brand, but it's actually a GMC Yukon, just like the Yukon. But what is the biggest difference with the Denali? Yukon Denali has this, and a Denali and the SLT comes with GMC.
Troubleshooter Show.
What dealership is it?
Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Flexident, the preferred way to get your car done and get it done right. Flexident, paintless dent repair, on our referral list at referrallist.com. This show today is Car Day, but we'll take other calls as well. We help people. Sum up the show by saying we help people. Tune in. You'll get information. You'll get help. You'll get referrals. It is so important. And speaking of referrals, FlexidentofColorado.com. It's that easy. Get the best repair there is. They're not fly-by-night tents that pop up and go away. These guys give a lifetime warranty. Did you hear that? Lifetime warranty as long as you own that car on their paintless dent repair. It does not diminish value. You're done in 1 to 3 days. Appointments are available. 303-619-6273. 303-619-6273. FlexidentofColorado.com. Okay, so we're talking about this Denali. It's Car Day. We have Jesse Schillinger with us from Honest Accurate Auto, Andy Barella from Colorado Springs Dodge. Here, we're talking about trim, basically, in these GMC SUVs. And there is a difference. You have a Yukon SLT and Yukon Other, and then you have Denali, which denotes the top of the line. They're all basically Yukons, but the level of trim, a Denali is the highest level of trim. Now, I don't believe this, but we see the paperwork, so we have to believe it. Let me see it marked there. Donnie says, we bought from Tynan's this vehicle that is supposed to be a Denali. Obviously, you liked the vehicle, didn't you? Not that that matters. They still can't trick you. But you bought it in 2016.
Yes.
Okay. There's a statute of limitations on fraud. And I think you're still within it because it's the time of discovery or when you should have discovered it. So, you have a fraud here if they misrepresented it, but you need to get an attorney and sue for it if they don't do anything. But here's the big question on all things legal. What am I going to ask, Mark? What am I going to ask? Breach or fraud or anything? What am I going to ask? Damages.
Damages.
Exactly. Thank you, Mark. No, seriously. No, really, damages. What damages do you have? Let's talk about it. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm trying to clarify. What damages do you have?
Well, we've been paying more in insurance and plates and all of that because we were paying for more expensive vehicles.
No, the plates are based. The plates are based. Well, hold on. The plates are based on the make and model. So I guess whatever. I don't think you're going to have much difference.
No, but she just brought something up that's interesting. Her insurance company could care less about that sales contract. They're going to rate it based on the VIN. So I don't understand why the insurance company. Does your insurance thing say Denali?
I'm not sure. I know our registration.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. That all insurance goes by is the VIN, period. You didn't pay more in insurance, and you probably didn't pay much more in ownership tax. But you do have a loss of value. But how much more did you pay for the vehicle than you would have paid? That's the big question. And how much more would you have gotten on a trade? Really, the only loss you have is that difference. Now, is it going to be truly, in your mind, and I'm not trying to discourage, I'm trying to clarify, do you believe that your losses are $5,000?
Yes, that's the difference between the vehicles for trade-in value is more than that.
How much is the difference?
So the difference that we received, it was $7,800.
Okay, they're telling you you would have received $7,800 more.
Correct.
Okay, that's your loss.
Okay.
Now, you know what's good about that? You can get $7,500 in small claims court, and I don't see how you lose. I don't see how you can lose. I wouldn't hire an attorney and go to court on this, because if you start exaggerating losses, oh, I paid more for insurance, and oh, I paid more for ownership tax, and guess what? I thought I was driving this. I have emotional pain. I have suffering. You know, you're just going to be laughed out of court. I mean, you really don't have a major case. You do have a definite case if everything you're telling me is true. It seems to me to be fraud. Now, the dealer's defense is going to be they didn't know, but I don't think that matters to me. I don't think they get away with it.
I'm curious if we run an actual Denali's VIN, what it comes up as compared to hers.
What does this VIN number come up as?
The dealer, Mr. Tynan, had Mr. Morrison call me, and they told me that it was a clerical error. I told them if it was a clerical error, then when they ran the VIN before they sold it, they would have noticed, and not all of our paperwork would say Denali.
You know, it seems to me Tynan's better come up with the money. Okay?
I would agree.
Okay, so what the hell's going on?
Why won't they? If they admitted the error.
Let me guess. They did say, hey, come on in, trade with us, we'll take care of you. Right?
They did tell me that.
Of course, because they can bury that. Huh?
I don't want to be screwed again, so I did not want to be lied to, so I told them no.
What Tynan's is this?
You know what, though? I really... Here's what I believe. Personally, I don't think they knew. I don't think they did this on purpose.
How do they possibly, Andy, you're in a dealership, how do you possibly overwrite what the VIN's going to bring up? I don't get it. They put Denali on there, or is that just all hand-typed? I don't get it.
When they type in a VIN number, does it autofill the contract, you know?
Everything is VIN-specific, though. What we're talking about here is the VIN designates what that vehicle is.
Where does it say Denali on here?
So...
up at the top.
So is it a clerical error on their part? Is it the paperwork that's that way, and they sold it to her as truly not a Denali?
It says model GMC Denali.
That's the question.
It says GMC Denali.
And then they admit there's a problem. They need to cut her a check.
Do you want to call him, Mark?
Yeah, I do want to call them.
I would love for you to call him. Hold on, okay? Donice, you got a good case there, in my opinion. That's not illegal. That's a personal opinion. Okay, now, what's happening with Janice and the stolen cat? We got something new on it?
We'll have an update here in a minute.
Is Deputy Daff working on this?
Of course, Tom.
Because Deputy Daff is a cat lover. She has a big, giant, useless cat, too. And so she knows the pain you go through when you lose a cat. But she hasn't lost that cat yet. Now, let's talk about this. What is going on? We'll talk about it in a minute. But I guess what she said was she went away, and when she came home, some woman had taken her cat to be her own. And this is wrong, right? 303-713-TALK. Holly, tell me about your problem with a contractor. Holly? Are you there?
I'm here.
What is going on? What's going on?
So what's going on is, you know, I contracted with the guy. I paid him 3 out of 4 installments, which is the bulk of the job's budget. I haven't seen any itemized invoices.
Okay, what's the contract for?
The contractor's name is Levitt Haas.
And what is it for?
And it was for a design and remodel of my condo. It's less than 800 square feet.
You're remodeling a condo, and what was the full contract price?
We got to $70,000 for the full job.
70, and how much have you paid so far?
Close to 57.
Now, what's wrong? Let's get right to the problem. What's wrong? Is it quality, or is it that he didn't do anything, or what?
It's quality. It's the delay. It's the lack of truthfulness in why the delays are. It's my concern that permits might have supposed to have been pulled. I don't know if they should or not. That's why I hired him.
Now, Holly, how'd you find this contractor?
A couple of ways. I did see him on House, the website.
Yeah, didn't do you much good, right?
And then I looked him up on the BBB. He wasn't on there.
Yeah,
the
BBB is not a reliable indicator of a business. Okay, I can tell you that from 40 years in Denver, we've had people get screwed with AAA companies. We've had people have excellent work with F companies. Now, I'm not saying they're completely inaccurate. I'm just saying they're not reliable. The Better Business Bureau is a private business. It's not official, and it's really seen its day. You'd be better off looking at online reviews than the Better Business Bureau. But having said all of that, it's one of the sources you should definitely check. We got to get right to the issue, okay? What do you want?
I want my money back on the parts that were done substandard. So
okay. Do you want to cancel? Do you want to cancel the contract?
I already have.
Okay. Did he agree to cancel it?
Not in writing.
Well, okay. So he knows he's not working for you anymore.
Correct.
When was the last time he worked for you?
Tuesday.
Do you think he's going to voluntarily refund money?
Not as much as I want.
How much do you want?
I want $35,000.
Can you prove that $35,000 was done in error or was done substandard?
That's what I have a GC coming to walk through and
yeah, but if you don't have now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Are you paying that GC to come through?
Yeah.
And how did you find this GC?
Through the property manager at my building, and then.
But you're calling me for help. So here's what I suggest. I need an expert I can trust, and I trust people on my referral list. They might be too busy. They might not be. I'm not trying to tell you you have to call them and hire them, but at least someone to inspect it from the referral list. Some of them would even do that free. Some of them will not. I need to see an expert's report. No matter what you say, it's not going to matter. What's going to matter is an expert report. Now, Genesis Total Exteriors is one of those experts we use, Mark Szymanski. Now, I'm not saying you have to use him. I'm saying it is someone we trust, okay? And we have others online, but what I'd like to see is an expert to say this is what must be done and not exaggerate, because some of them will say, oh, everything has to be torn out. But I think that you're being reasonable. You just want back the money for which you got no value. I am in total agreement. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, by the way, it says exteriors, but they do interiors as well, usually when the weather's not good. And they do all of the insurance work. Here's their number, 303-679-8509. 679-8509. Suzanne, can you make sure she gets somebody to look at this? Now, you can get any one of our contractors. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, of course, is someone. That's not the only one. But I need an expert. I need one. You can even get a home inspector, okay? Please, we have a great Eagle Home Inspections. This guy is great. You can get him. But get me an expert, and we can help fight it. Clint might have time to go out and look at it, okay? But I don't think Deputy Clint can tell you what you got zero value for, and I think we'd only have to have it corroborated anyway. Suzanne, would you give Holly a number to call us back on behind the scenes and an email? What I'd want her to do is find an expert to get me just the items that must be redone or repaired, okay? That's what we need. 303-713-TALK. Mark made a phone call.
Did they offer her anything, did she say?
No, we're going to talk about it coming up, okay? Mark just called on that Denali that's not a Denali. Now, speaking of contractors, another one, Art of Granite. That's a great one. If you're doing your kitchen, you know, listen, you can go to all these other lists. That woman went to House. What's House doing for her? Nothing. But, you know, artofgranite.net, that guy is supreme. Artofgranite.net. This guy will give you a price on the phone. You want countertops, you want cabinets, you want a job done, he'll give you a price on the phone, and he loves his work. He only charges for fabrication and installation, always wholesale on materials. He tears out and hauls away free, and guess what he also does? He does all of the bathroom when you get the kitchen done. Well, not all, but whatever you do in the kitchen, he'll do in the bathroom. That's Art of Granite, 303-386-5919. That's 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net. And while you're at that home improvement, Simply Floors, Inc. will get you the floor coverings. Listen to this. If you listen to me, you're going to save money, okay? This is going to be up to 40% off those big box stores, sometimes even 50%. Simply Floors Inc., the same exact selection of anywhere, the big depots, exchanges, and you know those places, the mills. But Simply Floors Inc., if you go to that website and make your own appointment, you're going to save and you're going to get design services. They're at 52nd and Ward. We love them. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Okay, GMC. The Denali can be up to 47% higher. That's fucking
Traveling up
crazy.
the high country on westbound I-70, pack your patience.
I'm in trouble because I did
approach
not
to
do any
Central
of those
City and Idaho
houses,
Springs.
and I
They have
have
some
two.
emergency road work along
That's
that
50.
stretch.
If it's a
So it's coming up with a
$50,000
Also,
Depends on the
GMC,
car, depending on the options on the
it's
SL.
coming up as
What?
XL.
Shared
That's right.
It's
Right here, that's what the VIN comes up as.
not a
That's
Denali.
the VIN right
Not a
there.
Denali.
Not in all data. That's all data. I pulled it up on my phone. It's coming up as a 5.3 XL. So it doesn't say Denali on that at all.
Norris called. He says there's 2 reviews left for him. One of them, the guy never even was a customer, nothing. So he doesn't think it's fair that review is
It
there.
isn't fair, but what do we do about it?
Well, I said that one fine. He says the second one was a guy who was selling his vehicle. He never even charged the guy for looking at it and just told him he thought his Porsche was a piece of junk.
He can log on
That's what I told
and
him.
answer him. There's no way I'm deleting shit.
Not even on the one where there's not even a customer.
Did he get a free listing?
No.
No, it's just reviews. I just don't want to fuck with
That's
them
what I
anymore.
told him. But
It's never ending. They are what they
But
are.
Mark, if you had,
Take off Yelp.
wait a minute though.
Yes.
Wait a minute though. If an ex-wife came on to one of our members' referral lists and started dogging the guy because it's an ex-wife, we
If
would
it had
take
nothing
down.
to do with business, yes.
Well, this person was
What did
never
the guy
a customer.
say about it?
I'll have to look. I don't even know.
That's what I'm
But he
saying.
says I never looked at a vehicle of his or anything. He's just bitching the bitch.
No, that one I understand, but the one where he said the
Oh, the
Porsche is
Porsche. Let me look at the reviews.
I'll look.
I am too.
The Yukon Denali's probably going to come up with a bigger motor. I was looking for it in
Yeah,
here.
it's supposed to be a 6.3, right?
Yeah, this
Mark, where do I
coming up
find it? If I look
as a
up SOS,
5.3.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a
That's
6.2?
fine.
No,
Yeah.
SOS. I cannot believe that SOS does not bring up
Yukon
any.
XL 4-wheel drive.
Hey, by the way, SOS. I search SOS, nothing comes up.
Well, it brings it right up for me, so I don't know why yours is different.
Well, they only paid 20 grand for it?
Zero comes up.
Oh, it was a 2010.
I mean, literally, I just did it. It's the only one that comes up.
She was buying it.
I'll
SOS.
double check on
He
it.
said it comes up.
Mine comes right up.
Now here's, where are the reviews?
I mean, I went back
Where are
2 years
We
ago.
could look them up in
15 reviews.
I live in
So
a
go
brand
into,
new
go into Kelly Blue Book and put the
I can do
information.
Kelly Blue Book, but that's not for 2016.
It doesn't matter. You can still look up
Where are the
2010
bad
and see what the
reviews?
price difference is today.
Okay.
Do the XL
There.
5.3.
This man comes to my house and expects the car that I'm selling, gentlemen.
Yeah, just
Oh,
do
one
one against the other.
Oh, he doesn't like it because he was selling the car.
Yeah, all he's got to do is reply to this.
That's all you need to know.
That's my job,
No.
man. I paid to look at your
That's
piece
right.
of junk.
That's exactly
And
right.
I guess
No,
he
that's
has-
bullshit.
And this guy
You know,
hasn't
that
paid
one
him.
where he told him the Porsche was a piece of crap, that's a bullshit kind of review. That's a review he's pissed off because he couldn't sell his car. No, I don't think he should have to respond to that. I think we should take it down. I'm selling a car.
Yukon.
XL, or which is
Do that one first. Let's see what that
Catskill.
pulls up for your options.
Can you get it down, Mark?
I would.
Okay,
It
so-
sucks, man. This
You
guy's
can- you
selling
can-
the car. And he's
We've
dead.
got 26,000 reviews. You can go through each of them and find it and delete it. It's the only way to do it.
I don't know how. I don't even know how to
It's one of
delete
them
it.
two. Click on
I know. I'll show you how you can see them.
But you know what? No one in the world would take this as a
Well,
bad
Mark, you can take it down. I don't.
I can't because I refuse to go through 20,000 reviews to take anything.
You can't search it out by word.
No, we can pay about $1,500 and then we can.
Oh, buy from private party.
So it pulls up every review.
So
You can go through and find it.
14, so I'll go back and do the.
Tom, that's up to you if you want me to do that.
No.
Okay. Then he's gonna. I said to Suzanne, he's gonna have to reply. And I guess the guy hasn't paid him either. So.
The guy didn't hire him. The buyer hired him.
That's all he needs to do is explain that. Anybody that reads it's going to get it.
Exactly. So Suzanne asked if you would take the cat issue.
I do not feel the company was liable. He didn't even.
Let me show you this over here.
Oh, yeah.
Come over here. Just so you know.
I mean, if it's somebody like,
So it's 14,
I'll only do it if you or Tom tell me to.
You know what? These inspections, these reviews are not bad. They're just people reading them would never ever not use them for these reviews. People can see good reviews and bad reviews. You know, Suzanne, people who read those reviews, people who read them would see that they're full of shit. I'm sorry, we just have to let people do it. I mean, you know, Yelp doesn't. It's just what it is.
17.5 to 22.
And he can respond.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
We literally don't have a way of taking down. Mark just told me we can't take down one or two.
They're talking 11.5 to 14, 17.5 to 22, so it's $6,000 difference.
Hi, Tom Martino here. House Modern, H-A-U-S-S. That's a German word reflecting their German background for meticulous excellence in design and materials. House Modern, we are so happy to have them on. You know, when it comes to home improvement, why go anywhere else to find them? Go to Referral List. Search Modern on the Referral List. It'll bring up House Modern. They have high-end kitchens that are beautiful, but you get them at a value. It's not your run-of-the-mill kitchen. It's the wow factor. Turnkey remodeling of kitchens, baths, even closets. Yeah. Not your run-of-the-mill closets either. They go from flooring to cabinets to countertops to appliances. They have Viking, Whirlpool, and others. Now listen, these are not for your fix and flips. I'm not saying that House is expensive. I'm telling you, they are the creme de la creme, as they say. They're at Santa Fe in Louisiana. That's the showroom. You will be awestruck. HouseModern.com. That's H-A-U-S-S 720-325-5040. If you want them to take it all from design to the end and all you have to do is drop your jaw. 720-325-5040, Santa Fe, Louisiana, House, H-A-U-S-S, HouseModern.com, or go to the referral list and just search Modern or House or whatever. Okay, now, let's go to the phones and tell me about this cat. First, let's recap. The cat was stolen. Do we have the recap yet? Are we doing a follow-up now? Okay. Susan said that her cat was stolen. Is that right? Or Janice said. I'm sorry, Janice. Janice had her cat stolen. Janice, what happened? You came home from a vacation. Yeah, or an ex-friend. And what was her reason for taking the cat?
I have no idea. She thought that since I wasn't there, she could just take her and take care of her and stuff. And I had told her, I explained to her that where she had moved, because she was my ex-roommate, and I told her that I didn't like the area where she was at. And
your ex-roommate, is it possible she thought it was her cat too?
She was hoping it could be.
No, what I'm saying is who got the cat first? Did you go get the cat and then she moved in with you, or did you both adopt the cat?
Oh, no, I had her way before she moved in. She
All right.
was a gift from a friend.
And your friend's name is Susan?
No.
Can somebody tell me what's going on? Daff, can you tell me what's going on? I'm in the blind here. Who's Susan?
Susan is with Pet Finder.
And?
And that is who has the cat.
Well, she just said Susan did not have the cat. Susan is not the one. Janice, is your friend who took the cat named Susan?
No, Susan is the one that has the cat right now.
Well, okay. The woman who took the cat, okay, what's her name?
Char.
How did Susan get the cat from Cheryl?
Char had
Char.
After my cat got attacked and torn apart by something, Char had taken her down to the vet to get her fixed because she was torn to back.
So Char let the cat out, the cat got attacked, and then Char took it to Susan.
Yep.
And Susan is what, a veterinarian?
Susan is the manager at Pet Finder.
Which is what? What is Pet Finder?
That is the, well, that's where the cat is up for adoption, but it is also a veterinarian clinic.
Okay, so now I got it straight. Hold on. So now...
I'm glad you do.
No, here's what it is. Janice went away for a few days and left her boyfriend at the house, or whoever. Her ex-roommate came and took the cat. Her ex-roommate lives in an area where she shouldn't let the cat out, but she did. The cat was attacked and torn up. Who knows how? Char, the woman who took the cat, then took the cat to a vet clinic named Pet Finder, or they have a vet clinic, and now Susan is in possession of the cat at Pet Finder, and they patched up the cat.
And I'm sure they want some money.
I don't know what they want. So Susan is on. And Susan is not the bad guy here. Susan just, they patched up the cat. So Susan, what's going on?
Hi, yeah, I represent Planned Pethood and the adoptions section here.
All right.
We post our animals on Pet Finder. That's pretty much why you're hearing Pet Finder.
Okay, so you're with Planned Pethood or whatever. Planned
Yeah, the girl that brought her in, we don't have, and we have them sign a relinquishment form. And in this case, the person, the Charmaine person, brought her cat, and it needed treatment. And when we received it, she was pregnant, bloody, and had gotten into some, maybe a cat fight or a dog fight.
Oh,
so,
that's terrible.
Yeah, we definitely took the cat in. She said she didn't have a way of paying for it, but she wanted the treatment done. And so we take things in and fix them up. We're not just going to let it die. So
sure.
We did. We, at that point, still thought that lady was the owner.
Yeah.
June 12th, that was. And a few weeks later, I started getting texts or email messages from Janice saying her boyfriend was there and let the cat out. And, if the cat was never out before it when it got pregnant, just saying. She said it's never been out.
No, that's a hell of a good point.
Wait a minute.
How come that cat wasn't fixed?
Maybe the cat was, but hold on.
No vaccines
but
or
maybe
chips,
the cat.
No vaccines,
Mark,
not
just
fixed.
wait a
Listen
second.
to that. That's crap.
Maybe the cat got pregnant after Char let it out.
I think they would know how long the cat's been pregnant.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
No, it was very pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And the loss of the cat's due to the trauma of the accident that happened to it.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Are you saying the cat had not been properly cared for even before Char?
Yeah, pretty much. If it was pregnant, not chipped, and no vaccinations, I mean, you can love a cat, but those are the things that go with taking good care of one.
Okay, now, in all fairness, hold on one sec. And I don't mean to have an argument here. I just want Janice to be able to hear this. Janice, now, do you have anything to say? Your cat was very pregnant, no shots, and basically in bad shape.
No, she was not in bad shape when I had her. It was not.
She was pregnant. She was pregnant.
She got out one time, and I was like, and...
What a little hussy. She gets out one time, and she's pregnant. Okay, and then she also had no vaccinations. I don't know how you know that, Susan. How do you know if a cat's been vaccinated?
I am guilty of that. Yes, I am.
Okay, you are.
I got her from a friend, and I hadn't gotten her down there yet.
So what's the whole deal right now, Susan? Can Janice get the cat back?
She's not fit.
Just wait a second, Mark.
There's that too, but yeah, like originally when this started.
Mark, why are you saying she's not fit? Because
she for giving her a cat. We still are. All you
have you ever adopted an animal? I know you have. They come out, they check your house, they do a lot of stuff. The bottom line is she's not fit.
Okay, so
did all those kittens live, or are they dead now?
So Susan,
they didn't make it when we got her to fix the lacerations. The cats were already gone.
Okay, so at this point, you were saying, and I interrupted you were saying something about Janice. She can possibly get the cat or not?
Well, a few weeks ago when she first started, she brought herself to my attention and said, hey, this is my cat. I'm not the one who brought her in and left her behind. And I said, hey, well, bring me proof she's yours. You can definitely come get her. Here's her bill. She never showed up. It's been weeks of her not showing up and me being super nice and taking up the space we have that we could be helping other animals by not charging her for every day of the cat staying here.
Right, I understand.
But now that she's getting kind of like, I'll show up and I won't, I'll show up and I won't, and it's all been kind of a dramatic, weird thing, now I'm concerned about the cat's safety in her care.
Now,
like, the money's not the problem.
Right.
The problem for her, the money's not the problem for me anymore. The problem for us.
You don't think she's fit
for this cat because she's always crying, I just moved.
I think you could easily claim that cat was relinquished and that you took care of it and that you can find it a good home, and Janice can say, damn, I lost my cat, but Janice has some guilt here. She does, for not taking care of the cat properly, and also, but how do you know, well, she admitted it, that the cat wasn't vaccinated, but otherwise, how would you know she didn't admit it?
No, I wouldn't have. I only know because I asked her and she told me.
Okay, all right, so at this point, bottom line, just say it. You don't feel comfortable letting her have that cat.
I don't, but I know if she loves the cat like she says she does, I really want her to have the cat back. It's just kind of a weird place to be now because now that she belongs, she's been here, we've been taking care of her. We really want the best for her. All I wanted her to do was prove that that cat is hers by, picture in your phone or however.
Right. That's reasonable. And then I think also she should...
I see Daft perched. Go ahead.
Tom, somebody showed up yesterday to pay the bill for the cat. All Janice had to do was come down and prove that it's her cat, and she still didn't show up.
Janice, you have the last word. Janice, can you go down and prove it's your cat and then pledge to take care of her the right way?
I had no clue that he went down there to do
Janice, can you prove that it's your cat?
Well, definitely, yes, I can.
Well, you ought to, but you ought to first consider whether you really want the cat.
Has it been fixed now?
I don't know. Is the cat
spayed? Vaccinated and chipped, so if she gets out again, she's easier to find.
Is
it spayed, though?
Yeah, she said that.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Listen, you decide whether you want to give it back to Janice. Janice, really figure out if you truly want the cat or not and can devote the time and the care. Please.
That thing, I'm surprised, doesn't have feline AIDS.
Now, Centeno Schultz is stem cell therapy the right way. There are too many phonies to mention out there. Stem Cell Institute of America or Stem Cell Institute for Pain, those are just a couple of them. Phony, baloney, in my opinion, fraud, because they're saying they do stem cell therapy and they do not. Okay? Amniotic fluid is not stem cell therapy. Centeno Schultz does true living stem cell therapy. They're doctors and MDs, registered nurses, and they do it the right way. Please don't waste your money. Get stem cell therapy, if you're a candidate, the right way. And Centeno Schultz will tell you either way. 303-963-9201. 303-963-9201.
And there is substantial price difference, according to NADA.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble. If you're looking for replacement windows,
but what they paid for 2 years ago.
Ted Rowland, 25 years or more. This company has more than a 60-year heritage.
It's cheaper than what the solutions.
That is pretty good. It gets out one time, gets knocked up.
So she paid 20 for it.
Well, we also didn't put anything in there.
I think it's bullshit when people don't get their cats spayed, man. Unless they're a breeder like a man.
Right, but they're still featured.
I think it's total bullshit.
Once we add a couple features,
the one thing the world does not need is more kittens, man. Unless you live in China.
So I don't want you and Tom to worry, but I got this news. Guy calls and says my voice is the best next to Robin Hart's and I should have my own show, but don't worry, guys.
Oh, Lord. Don't bring him on. What would it be about? Oh, wait, I don't have it.
Just be the show of Sue's.
Be about the killers.
Well, the killers,
yeah, of course, that's all.
The killers in burgers.
And cheeseburgers.
We could
Did you need that information?
We could do shows about her family that would go forever.
No, small claims courts.
I left a good message with Titus.
It's definitely.
I talked to a person, and they're going to talk directly to the GM.
Just refund that money, man.
Well, and she might be getting off pretty cheap if she's only talking $7,000. Because I'm telling you, I'm reading it can be a 49% difference. That's huge.
For a new one.
Well, low. It depends on what's in the car.
She bought it 6 years old.
Yeah, but her real loss is whatever they're not willing to pay her.
You got to come down and give me a nice shirt.
That's what they got to figure out. If that was the Denali with everything in it, what would the trade-in value be?
They already told her they would have given her $7,500 more. That's all that counts.
She didn't do it yet, though, right?
Everybody hates leases, but the lease on Hellcat Chargers,
that's what I'm talking
those are in
about.
the fives, baby. That's
what?
stupid money. Hellcat Chargers, you can lease one currently for $5.5, $570. That's dirt.
$570 a month? That's dirt. What's the upfront? What's the upfront?
That's only 12,000 miles a year, though.
It starts 600 with no money down.
If you're doing a Hellcat,
$599.
I don't think you're driving much more than that.
I don't
That's
know.
going to be your secondary car. I would think.
I don't know. I'm not into that kind
I
of
keep
shit.
thinking about it. I should do it.
Hey, is there a cheap Ferrari? I swear to God, I passed what I would refer as a cheap Ferrari today.
The cheapest one
Is it round?
on the books is the California.
No, it wasn't a California.
They call it round.
This was round. As far as new Ferrari.
What's cheap? What's the cheapest?
260. I had a California. I had one before that called a. What the hell was it called? I've had three, and I was crazy.
This is the one I saw today.
Those are
the Raleigh House.
what? Ferrari car.
Let me see it.
That's the California, isn't it?
It says a Novatic Rosso Ferrari 599.
Jesus, that's not cheap.
Is that what you saw?
Yeah, it's round. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Most
but
of them
look
are
at
square.
the California one, because they I had what was called a six something. I don't Ferrari models.
Every Saturday here on 6:30 KL. It's easy to let our investments.
Are you shopping for a Ferrari, Mark?
No, I saw one on the way to work, man. I've never seen a round one. It looked more like, it resembled more of like a Tesla or something.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, I didn't even know Ferrari made something.
You stay around, I start thinking like Maseratis, like back in some of the Maseratis out there.
I had a what was it? I'm trying to find the model. It was really a 599. I had a 599 GTB.
So awesome, but it wasn't a hell.
599 GTB.
390,
and I had a California.
That's what
the
it was.
Daytonas, and that's plenty of car too. I mean, they're still 500 horse.
Yeah, he had bought it off Vroom. We were just talking about Vroom, and he had bought it off Vroom, so he breaks
No, I had a Scaglietti. That's what I had. I had a Scaglietti.
They're awesome.
A 612 Scaglietti and a California.
I might have to
Before
see
that,
test drive
You're saying you could lease a Hellcat Charger?
Challenge, yeah, Charger.
$500 a month.
$599 a month, no money down.
But that's
total.
so but it's only going to be 12,000 miles a year.
Yeah, but you're not going to drive a
They list
car
for
here anyway.
$66,000.
Right.
She said, I'm going to say our
Right.
And you're only going to drive it in the good times.
Tom Martino here.
I'll bet you don't put 12.
Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan.
And whether you're refinancing or you're buying, remember, with Ideal, you never have to worry about interest. If rates go down over the next 2 years, from the time you close, they will refinance you free of charge. 303-867-7000 or idealhomeloans.com. And that's just simply a no-brainer. You're gonna refinance or buy, do it with Ideal, and then if rates go down, they'll step in and do it again for you. idealhomeloans.com, 303-867-7000. Denise, you do have fraud here. If everything you say is true, we left a message. We're going to cut you loose now. We left a message, Denise. It plainly shows.
I'll get a call back, I'm sure.
The VIN number, if they put it into their machine, they would clearly see it was not a Denali. Clearly. And do you know the price difference is spectacular? But all that counts now is not the price difference when it's new. It's what did you actually lose. And you are saying around $7,800. These people, in my opinion, would be stupid not to pay you. They would be stupid.
Here's the other thing I just thought of, though. When she bought it, did the price that you pay reflect a Denali or did it reflect a Yukon?
It doesn't matter. She lost money. All right. What you're saying is if she didn't pay it, what difference does it make? But I don't think so. I think that right now, whatever she thought she was buying, whatever price she paid, she thought she was getting a Denali. So
I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
The reason why we called in was so that way we could have a better understanding as to our losses, and we trusted, someone else to be able to explain that to us better. And one of the things is a gray area for me is we had a very expensive trade-in, and I didn't know if I could get the trade-in value back. So
well, here's the deal. Remember this. Denise, and again, I want you to check everything with an attorney, but let's talk logic now, not law, logic.
Okay.
Losses are It doesn't matter what happened before. For example, if you paid $100,000 for that vehicle, 100, thinking it was a Denali, and it turns out it was not a Denali, it was only a SLT or whatever it's called. Okay, let's say it was. It doesn't matter what you paid if the actual loss to you turns out to be X. It's what the loss is. That's what matters, the loss.
The difference between the two models, which apparently is $7,800.
Is that the purchase price is what you paid, and if you go back and say, well, I would not have paid that, I would have only paid this, okay, then say, all right, as a result of paying more, what was your loss? And if you're satisfied getting the value in your trade, if you're satisfied, then you're satisfied. Now, you could probably go back to day one and undo the entire deal. You probably could. I mean, you could say, I never got what I paid for, and pay for use of an SLT.
Yeah, but the issue's going to come into her trade-in.
Right. Well,
it's gone for sure.
But that would be part of it. Whatever value was assigned to that, real value, you go back to the day you did this deal, and then you back out the use. Because even in a lemon, you pay for the use of a vehicle. So you would have to take per mile and per day and subtract from what you paid or whatever, whatever the difference was, and then you would have a loss there. I believe that would be a way of calculating losses.
I wonder if Tynan, she's convinced, or at least it sounded like, that they doctored this vehicle up. I mean, what do you think?
Do you think that they did it? They put the stickers on it to make it look like a Denali?
I do.
That would be crazy.
I do, because they changed the front grille.
But did they do it, or was it traded in that way? Did they receive it that way?
That would be my thought.
And what does the Carfax say?
Yeah.
Did you get a Carfax?
So we got a Carfax afterwards. We got a Carfax when we brought in the rest of the down payment, because we...
What did it say?
The Carfax, in all honesty, I didn't read it because I know that those can change. So I never read the Carfax.
Well, you know what? You know, we got to guess.
You should pull one now and see what it says, because it's still reported everything that was on there, so you can pull a Carfax on it now.
Okay.
Well, you need to. Where's the one you got when you bought it?
So it's with our paperwork and my.
Well, go look at it. Go look at it.
Home.
Oh, no. Go look at it and get back to us. Denise, you're going to have a loss, okay? And really the loss is, what did you lose? As a result, if you sell this car or trade it, how much less are you going to get? How much less are you going to get? Because no matter what, you were going to buy a vehicle. What net loss did it turn out to be?
And I'd say it's right about what they won't give her, the $7,800.
Right. It's probably right there. David has a home mortgage question. David, what's happening?
How you doing?
What's going on with you, man?
So I'm getting ready to start looking and buy another house.
Okay.
And, you know, in recent, in past, I've just went through friends and things like that.
Yes.
Didn't really learn what to look for in a home mortgage loan, like best rates. And I keep, I've been listening to your channel for the last few months, and
a lot of them are, most
anything.
of the time, they're all going to have about the same rate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are, what do you call it? What's your guys' home?
Okay, we have the referral list, and we have a number of good lenders, but the one you hear me do commercials for, because they advertise on this show, is Ideal Home Loans. They're a great lender. We have other lenders on the referral list, and here's the deal. Even though I say most will have the same rate, there are some that will charge more fees or put a little hit on the interest. So instead of, like 4 1/4, it'll be 4 and 4 3/4, whatever. But the interest rate is easy to compare. What you also have to compare is complete money out of pocket. Now, credit report and appraisal will pretty much be the same. What you want is origination fees and any fees. You want to know, other than the exact amount of money going into your pocket, this is what I tell people. Are you refinancing or buying?
No, I'll be buying another house and selling one.
Then hold on a second. We'll come right back and answer exactly what you need to know, okay? Because that's going to be important. And speaking of homes, House Modern, I've said it before and I'll say it again, will get you the wow factor when it comes to kitchens and baths. That's House, HAUSS Modern, housemodern.com. Go to their website or go to their showroom. You will absolutely love what you see. They're a new sponsor here. We've checked them out, and we are blown away by their showroom at Santa Fe in Louisiana and the beautiful, beautiful high-end custom builders they are for kitchens and baths. That doesn't mean high-end expensive. I promise you, you will get a great value because it adds so much value to your home. Flooring, cabinets, countertops, appliances, the whole deal, turnkey, design, build. Go see them. Santa Fe in Louisiana, housemodern.com, HAUSS, 720-325-5040. 720-325-5040. Just search modern at referralist.com.
Marijuana. What? 2 people were arrested after candy and cookies containing marijuana were found at a Fayetteville daycare. Jesus. Look at all that dope. At a daycare. There's a table like this big with dope. Jesus, it looks like Dan's basement.
Look at the guns and money by.
Holy shit.
People are unbelievable.
Oh my God, look at all those guns.
That was a hell of a daycare. That was to protect the kids. So the guns and the
We take the protection of your children seriously. And we've got good smoke.
It's the best smoke.
Those children are well behaved.
You know what's weird? There's people smuggling fucking dope from California, you ready? Into Mexico now.
Oh, really?
Tell me that's not fucking weird. Well, you don't want to go smoke dirt weed. You want the good shit.
There you go.
Are you kidding me? So now
that's from California.
Watch them. They're going to build a wall. Wouldn't that be funny if they came out and said, we're going to build a wall?
There's too much dope coming in. Oh, California's such a messed up state.
Fuck, are they messed up?
The one that's
broke. They're going broke.
San Francisco, they showed all the shit and needles on the street.
You know what?
I
They're
couldn't
invited,
believe
but
it.
California is stuck in their own philosophy.
Yes, they are.
They can't not do it.
And
they are
can't
just
tax their way
stuck.
out of it.
They're
Coastal California.
But the whole state suffers.
Right. But most of the interstate is rather conservative and stuff.
Well, conservative.
That's why they wanted to break it up. That's why they wanted to break it up.
Actually,
they should break it up.
Really hurting, man. I'm serious. What the laws that they have that they allow total free everything. I mean, they're amazed.
Well, community colleges are free for in-state people. 2-year community college free.
Nothing's free, Dan. Where do you think the money comes from?
It's because it's just
fucking
free.
Bernie here.
The teachers are just doing it for free.
And the building was built for free.
Free. I'm saying free for the students.
I want guaranteed universal income.
That's that lady in who won in New York.
Just tax the billionaires.
Those fucking billionaires. Let me tell you, there won't be any billionaires left. They're all going to move to Dubai.
If
You can buy citizenship for
if everything you made over $1 billion, that some of them wanted to be taxed 100%, who would make more than $1 billion?
Nobody.
Why would you?
Well, you wouldn't. And then you wouldn't have all the jobs.
If every dime you make over $1 billion was taxed 100%, why would you make it?
And American
What incentive would you have?
Programs, down payment assistance, and in-house underwriting, meaning you can expect greater flexibility during
she did a CarMax. Is CarMax like a Carfax?
Like your
What's
income,
CarMax?
your
CarMax is
pay your bills on time. And if you're just shy of
this is crazy. 7,500 is all they give
your credit, getting you one step closer.
Oh, is that where she tried to trade it?
That's where she tried to get it to trade in, and after she found out that it wasn't a Denali, they told her it was a Yukon XL 1500, like we looked up.
To the salary-based mortgage
And
consultant.
that's what they're afraid
Yeah,
of.
but if
That's
you got to
CarMax,
figure
they
if
always
she
go
paid 20 grand for it,
Plus trade-in.
regardless, she came out at 20 grand, and it's worth 7 or 8 grand less than that. Their bid isn't far off.
Nope. Because she should have only paid.
That's still a trade-in.
She should have only paid 12 or 13 for it.
Right.
So
their number's not bad, not a CarMax.
But I prefer using the latest science from our entomologists.
The dealer's bill of sale form what definitely says Denali.
So how do you tell them here what they gave her for the trade-in? Or can you? You know these contracts better than I do. There's the information on the trade-in, but I didn't see the value of what they gave her on that.
Time to join the millions of people.
And it's got to be a screaming deal, too.
Zoom gives you flawless video, crystal clear audio, across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device. But the best thing about Zoom, it just works.
Yeah, F-250 pickup truck.
Distractions. Join the movement and meet that.
So nice pickup truck.
So she traded a 2010 Ford F-250.
Yeah, for a 2010 Yukon Denali.
Dude, they gave her 22 grand right here for the Ford.
They gave her 22 grand and she still came out of pocket.
Well, the price of the vehicle to begin with.
Now, what will the next one be? That's coming up on Denver's
It was
Pop
20
Station
selling
630 KHOW.
And her trade allowance was 22.
It's a negative 1281. They owed her 1200.
Yeah.
But yet she still wants 78.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right. Now, we had, let's see, David. Okay. So David was asking about home mortgages, and David, basically, there's what we call prime. Prime is what banks borrow and lenders borrow at, and then they charge above prime to make money, and then brokers charge above that to make a little more. So you have direct mortgage lenders, but even direct mortgage lenders, they only have their money out there for a few days, a month at the most, and then they sell it on the open market. So really, you find interest rates basically the same. But then you have origination fees, you have document fees, you have processing fees. It depends. And the way you cut through the mustard is this. How much do you literally need to borrow? So let's say if you're refining, it's exactly how much you need to pay off, or if you're buying, it's exactly how much you have to pay less the down payment. I'm going to use a really easy number so we understand. Let's take $100,000 and you put $10,000 down. Now, or $20,000 down. Now, you're financing $80,000. That's considered 80% LTV. On an 80% LTV, that's what you need, 80 grand. And it's this simple. It never gets more simple than this. How much are you borrowing and paying to get that 80? How much? For example, if the loan balance at the end of your transaction is $82,000 and you put in other than your down payment, you had to pay for credit reports and other things, you had to pay $3,000, then how much, no matter what they say, gross, how much did that loan cost you? How much? Tell me.
$8,300?
No.
Plus the 2 would be 85.
It's $80,000. No, yes, right. But the loan, the house, is only $80,000. So there's $5,000 more, no matter how you look at it. Where did the $5,000 go? That's what you ask every time. You take the raw number, no matter what it is. You look at the real estate contract. And if the raw number is $200,000 because you're putting some down, no down, I don't care. If that's the raw number, $200,000, then what you do is, other than your down payment, you calculate first how much cash are you literally taking out of your pocket onto the closing table, plus how much over $200,000 is the loan, and that is what that loan is costing you. So if you end up, if they say zero closing costs, no this, no that, it doesn't matter. Bottom line is, whatever that turns out to be above the net loan is what you're paying, and compare that. Now you also have other things like convenience and location and all of that. I would only deal with people who have offices in the city I'm working with and people I can eyeball, and then the rest is just in the numbers. If you have any specific questions, hang on. We got more coming. Today is the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family.
So her trade-in was 20, but they had owed still. So they gave her 22 on her trade-in, but they owed 20,000.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's why these numbers look the way they do. Because we thought the same. I thought the same thing. I'm like, they gave her 22 and she still owed 18. No, so they gave her 22 for her trade-in, but she still owed 20,000 on the trade-in. So they had to pay it off before they gave her money. So that's why she ended up owing so much on it.
Yeah, here's her. So her total cost of your first says Denali, everything.
But her insurance, we need a copy of that too, because the insurance company isn't covering a Denali. They're not going off what she said.
In fact, her insurance, they do right off of them. Same with their license.
But they're hard.
What does the insurance say?
No, she doesn't. She didn't say that.
People are funny when they realize they were taped. They start like reaching at every straw in the world too. Like,
I know.
We might have been in an accident and the Denali had one extra airbag. We could have died.
Yes, yes.
Denali will float better in the lake.
We've had people that were so mad at me because they were sold a car. And let's say the car was totally fraudulent. They said it was new, and it had been in a major wreck. And they doctored the paperwork, and this car was so dangerous, had they gotten in an accident, most assuredly it would have exploded because the frame was so weak. Okay, but it was found. Okay, it was found. So, they have a loss. But they don't want that. They said, my God, they put my family in extreme danger. My kids would have been killed. They purposely doctored it up. I said, yes, that's fraud. That's law enforcement. Losses are here. Fraud is here. Now, that's what you... No, I want millions. Yeah. Why do you want millions? Because they could have killed me. They could have... No, I swear.
You're right.
It's that. Because what could have happened
we deal
is
with them phone calls all the time. My brakes, you did them last year. How many miles have you put on the car?
It's what
32,000, but that doesn't matter. It's only been a year.
It's like, what could have happened. It's what could have happened.
You're not going to get anything for what could have happened.
I'll tell you what we can do for you, right? You got to be real here. Come on, people. Now, you're right though. She does have a loss, but I think the hard part, like you're telling her, is how much is it? $7 grand, $7,800, and then the trade-in. But the trade-in, I gotta get money for that too.
That's where she have to get it there. But the trade-in.
So you guys been RVing every weekend, Mark, or what?
Definitely not about once every 3 weeks it seems.
Nice. Just hop in that sucker and go, huh?
Yeah.
You like it?
Love it.
Fuel's cheap.
And now you got to get that motorcycle and stick it in the back.
You put regular? Oh no, it's diesel, right?
No, I put in a Sunoco 99.9 octane.
What kind of RV are you driving here?
It's the Porsche. It's the Forest River Porsche.
I thought you were buying one, but it was for the family. You weren't keeping it.
Yeah.
So did you buy another one?
Your dad.
No, I kept it. Fuck him. Pretty much.
You always said sweetheart, Mark.
What are you talking about?
His RV.
A big bug trap out in the hall. I'm like, oh.
So is she gonna
Is
get
that what that is? I didn't know what that was.
So now the guy that went and paid for it, she goes, well, he's saying he's not going to pay for it now. And I'm like, you
What
have
are we
till
talking about
1:30
now?
to
What are
get
we talking about?
the cat.
The cat lady.
I said, you have till 1:30 to get the cat.
I can't believe you guys want that lady to have that cat.
No.
Mark, we're not talking about wanting.
Yeah, and the thing is the cat, no matter what, how, not getting the shots and stuff, is more comfortable at home.
Than when it was getting mauled to death by another animal, or when it got knocked up and all the kittens died. At what point was it better off again?
That was a night of fun.
One of us should go get that cat. Boo's not doing good, so stop talking. He's not. I don't think he's.
Who?
Boo.
And your cat?
Boo? It's like near death, maybe?
No, I'm thinking.
It's near 36 pounds.
No, he's not anymore. He's like.
Has he lost weight? That's probably why he went into that anti-diabetic shock.
No,
No, that could be because he's a big fat slob.
No, she's saying he's not anymore.
Wait, are you talking about my cat?
The mother's in the room.
Or Clint. I'm kidding.
Your cat, your cat is wonderful.
He is. Your kid's
It doesn't move.
I love it.
I saw it one day during one of your concerts, and I opened up your pantry. The cat did not move for 2 hours.
He's mellow.
Even people walking by it.
He likes the edibles.
A pit bull came running in from the neighbor.
Oh,
cat didn't move.
He loves dogs.
Pitbull was
dogs
terrified.
don't freak him out. He
Pitbull was
thinks he's
bigger than the
a
dog.
dog. He actually thinks he's a dog. And he likes to be vacuumed.
It weighs
Not a
really?
super vacuum.
Really?
I have central vac, so it's not like a...
So you vacuum the cat so he doesn't have to lick?
Yeah, well...
Because that's a lot of licking for that big cat.
I actually,
big hairball.
when I was there, I took a picture of it. I'll show it to you.
630 K-How.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling
Hello, peeps. I'm Tom Martino, your consumer advocate. Going on 40 years and millions of dollars recovered in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. I love that we have a show that actually does good for humanity and mankind. Seriously. Media with a purpose, I call it. Oh, sure, the other media, they report stuff and they do mommy news and, whatever, it's sports and all of that. That's all nice, but we get down and dirty. We help you directly. This hour brought to you by Flexident. I've been telling you about it all day because they're doing a full court push on this, on getting people in and out in 1 to 3 days. Flexident, the preferred way of helping you to repair your vehicle. It's a paintless dent repair, and they're not the fly-by-nights. Avoid those tents that pop up and go away. These guys give a lifetime warranty. They've been in Denver for years and years. Nick has like 30 years or more experience, maybe 40 years, seriously. No, is he that old? Maybe. Anyway, his other guys have 20 years experience easily. They do beautiful work. Mark, they did your car, and
I'm in line for my second car.
I'm in line for, I guess we're going next week.
We got nailed here, big time.
Yeah, but actually, I only escaped with 6 dots.
He sees stuff that we don't.
Oh, okay. You think I might have more?
I'd say my last car, that same storm, we had a good 10 or 11 of.
Oh, okay. Flexident of Colorado.com, the guys we use, and they're on my referral list. Just type in one of the words, Flexident of Colorado.com, or go to referral list and search 303-619-6273, 303-619-6273. It's car day today. Jesse's with us, Jesse Schillinger from Honest Accurate Auto, and Andy Barella from Colorado Springs Dodge. We're talking cars and anything you want to talk, okay? Now, we had that one that we took earlier. Woman thought she was buying a Denali. Tynan's, in our opinion, flat out ripped her off. I don't know if it was intentional, but she did not get a Denali. I don't know how Tynan's can claim they didn't know. You put in the VIN number. Jesse, you put the VIN number in your computer, right?
Yep, I just put it into my all-data system.
In your system that you use for repairs and recalls and service bulletins.
Correct.
And it came up as an SLT, a Yukon.
As an XL.
Not a Denali. And Mark says if you go to buy these things, there can be like a 40% difference in price. What is her loss? She's asking for about $7,800. That's the difference in trade value. I'd say, man, if you can limit your losses to that, Tynan should just pay her and be done with it. Anyway, welcome. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. David says he has a question about mortgage. What's your question, David?
Well, I just wanted to ask you, how would I compare two companies?
Okay.
Like, when do you ask them about their fees and stuff like that?
Well, if they're on the referral list, we know that they're good, so you don't have to worry about that part. So then all you do is you ask them directly, how much will this loan cost? I want to know every penny. If I am financing $100,000, how much more am I spending? Period. That's what I want to know. How much more? Credit report, appraisal, I want to know loan fees, underwriting fees, everything. I want to know how much more than $100,000, period. That's it.
And you'll find it all on the Truth in Lending statement.
Now, I am not telling you that if affordable interest mortgage has one fee, has one set, that the loan is going to cost you, let's say, $900, and Ideal is going to cost you $1,200. I'm not telling you that you go to affordable. I am saying at least you know, and then you can ask. You can ask, hey, why do you, and I'm not saying, by the way, Ideal is going to be more expensive. I'm giving you an example. If one is more expensive than the other, they're both on my referral list, I would ask why. And if they have a reason and you like it, go do it. I mean, one thing for sure with Ideal, you can get refinanced over the next 2 years if rates go down with no fees. Okay, so that's a good thing to consider. Other things to consider is the rate. Remember, the interest rate. That's another thing. So some may have lesser fees but higher a rate by 1/8. So that's how you do it. Simply ask. So many people just go because their brother did it or their mother-in-law. You know, you do things, please,
and if you
that are advantageous and smart.
Do the shortest term you possibly can, too. If you can in any way do a 15-year compared to a 30, the amount of interest is astonishing.
Yeah. Now, we had a guy who had a pregnant wife in a serious accident. She wants to use her aunt, who just got her bar, just passed the bar exam.
Stupid.
To keep it in the family. It's absolutely asinine.
You can't fix stupid.
And here's another thing. If the aunt does a bad job, how do you fire your aunt? Just like how do you evict a tenant who is your brother-in-law or something? I mean, really, how do you do stuff like this? So it's hard. Doing business with family is stupid. Patricia, I'm sorry for the wait. I hope we can help you. What is going on?
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Patricia. What's going on with what do you need these Honda codes? What does that mean?
Oh, I have a 2002 Honda Civic that I'm preparing to give to my grandson so he can go off to college.
How many miles on it?
135.
They're nice little cars.
They are, and it is in good shape. And I did take it into Pro Auto for two reasons. Because it was throwing a code and because the passenger side window wouldn't go up and down. They fixed that. That took them a long time to do.
Wow.
God bless their souls. They didn't give up, and they diligently fixed the short and everything that was in there. But the code thing got to be a problem. It was throwing a P as in Paul 1457 evap leak code.
Okay, I would say it's your evap leaking.
Yeah.
Anyway, did I answer you? No, seriously, so what happened? Why is that a problem?
Well, it's throwing the check engine light all the time.
No, what I mean is, did Pro Auto look at this number, this error?
Oh, yes, they did. They tested the solenoid and the canister bypass, and they did the smoke test on it.
And they couldn't find anything.
And they replaced the solenoid, the fuel tank vent valve.
Those are normal.
Right, and 2 weeks later, the light came back on.
How about a gas cap?
We replaced that 3 times. The last time going to Ralph Shop and getting the manufacturer's gas.
Jesse, what do you think, Jesse? You work on these cars.
Yeah, there's still a couple other valves involved.
The valves are the cheapest thing, right?
The other thing that concerns me is if you had a wiring problem with the window not working, which is not uncommon in these.
Could it be common to it?
Yeah, there could be another wiring issue somewhere that's throwing this code.
Well, they told us just drive it. It's okay, but it kind of worries me.
Well, you know, they would know if there's something serious, so I wouldn't mind that. Okay, what would bother me is trying to get emissions passed.
The other thing is, they're right. How much do you want to get into this? How much is it worth fixing compared to?
Well, what about emissions? Don't you have to get it fixed?
We don't have emissions in the spring, so I don't know anything about that.
Okay, Patricia. Patricia.
We just went through it, and it says no emissions required when I got my thing.
Oh, are you lucky?
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. As Jesse said, it's really elective surgery.
Okay.
I mean, if Pro Auto Care says there's nothing seriously wrong with your car, I wouldn't worry about it. Because, as Jesse said, it's probably something minor.
Yeah,
I want to tell you one more little quirky thing about this, because we tried to, troubleshoot as much as we could. We've learned from you before we brought it in there to give them some backup information.
Yeah.
One of the things that the electrical window was doing was blowing all the fuses inside immediately when we replaced the fuses.
I think they're related.
Okay.
Jesse, it just seems too much of a coincidence.
I can tell you that our shuttle van was throwing an evap code for about 6 months. We did all the valves, and it kept throwing the code. We found that one of the O-rings that was on the brand new valve was cut. So even though we replaced them all, something that simple caused an issue.
There is stuff all over the internet about the error code P1457 coming up on Honda Civics for no reason.
Really?
Yep. And they're saying I have the same thing. Sometimes
but there is a reason.
Well, of course there is. What I mean is there's not an evident or apparent or obvious reason. For example, a missing fuel cap, it doesn't have to be missing. It can be a tiny little leak or a fuel filter. It could be what they're saying, foreign matter in your fuel filter itself.
Let me tell you this, Tom. The other thing that we noticed, and I've been just taking pictures when it happens, they took the code off, everything was cool, fine, but as soon as it got to a half a tank of gas, that little booger
That's your fuel
on.
pressure sensor.
pressure sensor?
Yep. Fuel
tank pressure sensor, FTP.
Yep. That's what it sounds like to me. As soon as you said that bing. Now, Jesse, explain what the fuel tank pressure sensor does.
Well, it's checking the pressure in there, and if it's getting below half, and it's reading that it's not at half, it's throwing that code because the sensor and the sending unit aren't communicating together.
Right. And is that pressure sensor kind of like a level indicator?
It is. There's two different ones on that particular car, one external and one inside the tank.
And they compare.
Right.
And if they're out of whack, it'll throw a code.
Yeah.
So did Pro Auto know about the fuel level situation
No,
that
I don't
you just
think
talked
they
to
did.
us about? Because if they didn't...
Oh, yes, they did.
They did? Did they look at the pressure thing?
Yeah, that could make a difference to them.
Really? That pressure thing, that's so obvious as you just said that. Listen, how much does that cost to replace the fuel tank pressure sensor?
$200 maybe.
If you want to try that, no matter what, that's not a bad thing to have. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, Frank Duran, the real estate man, is the best. How much more can I say? If you were doing a commercial for a guy that never gets complaints, that people love, that people say, I can't believe I'm not his only customer. He saved me so much money when I went to buy a place. He got me so much more when I went to sell a place. You would think they're talking about a fairy tale and that Frank Duran is some kind of, Snow White. Well, I guess he is. So welcome to our fairyland. Frank Duran, the real estate man.com, 303-920-1622.
This report is brought to you by Express Employment Professionals.
Let's start off with the good news on the north end of town. That earlier wreck, southbound I-25 at 84th, that's been cleared out of the...
There's a theory out there, and I don't know shit, and that's why I'm just saying, where you harvest what you have and put it there, and then if you want, you buy more, or you wait. But you harvest what you have, rather than just waiting for that stock to go down again. In other words, it went up, you got to harvest, take it, take some of it, or take all of it, and then buy something else that, or sit. But otherwise, it's like the gambling syndrome. You win, but then eventually you're going to lose. So do you always believe it's going to do this over the long run? Always?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So in other words, you don't believe in harvesting what we have right now and then waiting.
No. I already have sell in my brain. $32 to $33. I'm out of BAC.
Well, do I put that in?
Yeah, you don't have to actually put an order in.
Oh, I got to put you as a trader.
It's not going to happen overnight.
When I put you as a trader, do I have to log you in? Do you use my login or do you use your own login?
I use my own login.
Okay,
but then Walmart's like, man, I'm convinced Walmart's at $100 stock by January. Oh, usually $100 stock. They are really competing. They're the only one giving Amazon a run.
And do you see the commercials with the logo, the same exact thing, the box at the door, the same exact thing as Amazon. They are going head to head.
And they've got the bigger footprint. I've always said that they have fucking stores everywhere. Amazon does not have nearly the footprint.
They don't.
They do, but Walmart, they fixed their name. Some of the things that they were doing for years, people still look at them as,
I don't know. What were they doing? I hate that argument. What were they doing?
What were they doing? Yeah, what were they doing?
When they did the whole changeover, I don't agree with what people were arguing, but they were saying that they were treating their employees wrong. Cutting their hours, cutting their vacation time, cutting their medical
I heard it was a great place to work.
It is now. Miles makes more than any board op in the building now. He's 18. He's been at Walmart 2 years. Isn't that fun? They made him CSM. He could be a store manager. Oh, and their college is unbelievable. Listen, they're sending him to college to learn supply chain, which is a great thing to have, period, in retail. Supply chain is fucking imperative to almost any business, is my point. It's not just for Walmart.
You can keep that and use it.
$1 a day. It's going to cost them $365 a year for college. It's unbelievable. But he'll be a store manager if he sticks with it. I mean, just his personality's perfect for it, but he'll be a store manager by, say, 27. If you're a store manager in Castle Rock, you're probably pulling down 150.
Where's this college they put you through, or you just pick a college and go?
There's like 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to pick one of the 4. They're online. They're online schools.
Okay. So they don't necessarily have to go somewhere else to go to this. They can do it online and still.
Yeah. I think Phoenix is one.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 703-255. Kendall has a Duramax, an 02, and he's having a tranny issue. What's going on, Kendall?
Yeah, so I got an 02 Duramax, got a little over 300,000 miles. Recently, this week, it's shifting extremely hard, going into reverse, into drive.
Did it just start?
Back in the park.
Did it just start?
It just started this week. I've checked the fluid in it. I've checked all the fuses in it because I just recently put an air horn in it.
Yeah.
But I'm curious of what they would have to say of what could be wrong with this thing.
Guys, what do you think?
Without seeing it, that's going to be a difficult one because it's got high mileage. When was the last time that fluid was changed?
That I don't know. I've owned it since February. I bought it with 291,000 on it. I drove it out.
How many miles?
291,000. He says it's got 300,000.
It never hurts to pull that plug and drain that fluid to see what you're dealing with.
It could need a whole tranny.
Yeah, I'd drop the pan probably and then look and see if there's any material in there or what it looks like. If nothing else, it'll give you an opportunity to put fluid and filter.
He's going to need a transmission.
But it's going to need work. It's going to need work.
Yeah, I mean, the guy that owned it before me, he took really good care of it. I think it was like a ranch hand truck from Wyoming. So I'm learning a lot about this truck, of what he did to it and all that. But
so are you saying he already did the transmission at one time?
I don't know, but I'm assuming the guy took very good care of the truck.
Hey, why'd you put an air horn in it?
Because I'm tired of people on the road.
Have you guys seen those cars that'll put those the train horns in the back of them?
That's exact.
You want to scare?
Is that what you did?
He wants to scare the hell out of people.
How much did that whole rig cost you, man? That whole horn setup?
The horn setup itself was about $359, but after doing all the extra plumbing and wiring and everything, I was gonna say about $500.
Tom, have you ever seen one of these for real? These air horns?
No, wait. No, I guess I haven't. No.
He has in his truck, which is the exact same thing a locomotive has. It's that horn.
And it's that loud?
Oh, man.
170 decibels this thing is rated at.
Hey, bring it by. I've got an idea.
Yeah, that would be fun. Bring it by. But listen, man, really, get to a tranny shop, and you're going to need something, and most likely at that mileage, it's a rebuild, man. You may not want to hear that, but
might be time to go through.
That's a lot of miles.
I mean, those are high mileage trucks, but still.
That's what Bruce Jenner did.
Joshua has a problem. Well, and Kendall's one of his daughters, right, Kendall? Or I think. Anyway, Joshua, what's happening?
Hi, is this me?
Yes, sir. What's going on with your deck?
It's actually a shed, sir. And first, thank you for taking my call.
Now, is this a problem with the builder or what?
Yes, with the builder. I don't know if you had a chance to look over some of the pictures, but
okay. Did you send me the pictures, Suzanne? For Joshua?
I can send him now.
Send him right now. She usually waits so we don't lose him. Okay, so let's talk about it. You can still talk and we'll go about it. What's happening?
It's just super substandard work.
Okay.
What isn't level.
Where did you find the guy?
I wanted to support local businesses, so I found him on the internet through Facebook, Dex, etc. And he said they had 20 years of experience, quality build, and just, wanted to support a local business. They came out here. They were a couple days late showing up. But they did show up. I noticed right off the bat, once they got the roof on and the walls up, that the walls weren't level. So I brought it up to his attention, and at that point, being a construction worker myself, kind of had an idea of what they would have to do to get it right. They'd have to fix the roof. Long story short, they didn't do that. They just kind of smudged it a little bit to get
now,
it
listen. Okay. So, how long ago was this done?
2 weeks ago.
And did you pay?
Yes, we paid. We paid in 2 installments. One for before they showed up, and then I had to work, and so my mother was here. They finished late at night, and not too late, but they finished, and just my mom was here, and she didn't. It was
okay.
She didn't.
So anyway,
really know what she was looking at.
So right now, I mean, are you saying things have to be redone?
Yes. I would like, well, some of these things, because I wasn't sure if I was going to get through to you or what, you know.
Like how much has to be redone?
For one, the walls aren't level with the floor. I would like that to be, the floor isn't level for a start.
I mean, the whole thing is how much? The whole contract was how much?
$3,130.
3,100 or 31,000?
3,100.
Okay, out of 3,100, how much do you want credited to correct the mistakes?
So what I had asked them, and this is kind of where I left with them.
I see these mistakes. I see where the keep going.
No one ever gives us an overall view, Tom. I don't know if it matters for this call.
Yeah, it would a little. I mean, it looks like crap. I mean, there's some really crappy stuff.
Yeah, the miter cut and the
it's
that
really
they gave me were just
an off
ridiculous.
level. Anyway, are you saying the whole thing has to be tore down and redone?
No. I mean,
it's damn near. I mean, well, give me a price. Did you have an expert look and say this is what it costs to correct?
No, I did think about that, and some of this stuff, I'm a pretty handy guy myself. I would have built it myself.
How much is going to make you happy in a refund?
Half.
Okay.
So what I left them is like, refund me my half so I can pay somebody else to go out and do it, or buy the materials and do it myself.
You have to get an expert to tell you that.
Okay.
And then I believe that you're reasonable. This thing sucks. You know,
exactly.
a lot of people I say, come on, that's a lot of bull. You know, it's not that bad. This is bad, man. I mean, this is really bad. I wouldn't accept it at all. Now, have you told him you won't accept it?
I told him that where I got left off the phone with him is like, I would, they asked me what would make me happy is like, well, if the floors were level and it was supported properly, because I mean you can see it's
how much.
Okay,
hold on. What's the name of the guy?
Brennan.
What is it?
Brennan. And
is it called Brennan Construction or what? Tell me.
Dex, etc. And
Dex,
Brennan was
etc.
Dex, etc.
Okay. In the future, and I mean this, man, seriously, I don't mind help. I love helping people. But if you went to the referral list, we have wonderful builders there, referrallist.com. Now, hold on, Joshua. We have, Suzanne, it's the same story, man. If he wants, he can go right now to small claims court with somebody. Just get an expert to write up a scenario. We can contact these people and do it as well if you can get one of our experts to look at it. Now, I know you got photos, but we really need someone who can eyeball it and then give you an opinion and talk to us on the air. So, Suzanne, who would you recommend he get to look at it and talk to us on the air? This is a hard one.
I know.
One of our handymen, one of our people.
Yeah, Genesis is so busy.
No, they can't do it. Not for a small job like this, but somebody should be able to look at that.
Handyman Hub.
Handyman Hub, maybe. He might have to pay something to get it inspected. Joshua, this is the process. Okay? We have to have somebody give a third-party opinion. Maybe Clint can do it, but here's the deal. You have enough right now, Joshua. You have enough right now, in my opinion, to win. But you got to take some wider shots, and I would sue him in small claims court. And you know what? I would ask for a refund. I would ask for the whole thing because this thing is useless. I mean, it's going to cost you money to take it apart and put it back together. I would, or just pay for the material. That's what I would do. The labor has to be totally redone.
Yes.
I mean, you're reasonable. This guy is nuts. Did he say he would give half back?
No, and the way they left it is like it's apparently clear to us, and I'm speaking as Dex, etc. It's apparently clear to us that you just want free work.
Well, it's not true. This work sucks.
Yeah, and I sent him all the pictures.
Suzanne,
I had a list of everything, every issue.
Joshua, do you have another contractor that you already talked to that looked at it?
No, I haven't had time, and some of the stuff I've kind of went on my own because
you didn't already correct it, did you?
Some things I did.
No. God, he needs to get somebody out there as soon as possible to document, and then we'll help you through the process. Okay? Jeff is with City Lock in Boulder. He wants to do something special for Car Day. Jeff, what do you want to do?
Hi there.
What are you doing for car day today?
Well, my regular screaming deal wasn't good enough. She said I had to have a screaming super deal. So here we go. We have two parts to it. For the first three people who have a Lexus or a Toyota with a remote top key, the ones that fall apart.
Oh, I don't know that, but the
blades come out of the remote top.
Okay.
I mean, thousands of people have them all floating around, taped up and everything.
Okay.
For the first three people that have that issue, they bring it to my shop. I'll redo it all for free.
Whoa! So hold on. The first three people right now with a Lexus and Toyota, is it the fob that's falling apart?
No, it's a remote-headed key. So you have the blade sticking out of the remote.
Okay.
And they're notorious for snapping the key separating
the
from
remote-headed key, and that one will be free.
And I'll put a new battery in the remote.
Free.
Free.
And then $25 off what?
Okay, for the next 1,000 listeners.
Yeah.
And if they are driving and they forget, they can go to referral list and search transponder or keys.
Okay.
They'll find me that way.
Okay.
For the next 1,000 listeners, $25 off any transponder key. There's a lady standing here right now. I don't have to give her that.
And $25 off.
Any transponder key with programming or a key fob that's separate from a key with programming.
$25
off.
This is a screaming deal from City Lock, 303-444-4407, 303-444-4407, or look for him on the referral list at referralist.com. City Lock. Mark, what were you going to say?
I was going to see if he'd throw in 4 free tires with that deal.
Yeah, no, that's cool, though. For 3 callers who have a Lexus or Toyota, he's going to replace that and fix it free.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
Who's going to give away free tires? 4 free tires. You get five sets of free tires. It was April Fool's Day.
Oh.
So he tells everybody.
What I say, now listen, this is not true. I'm just joking. It's April Fool's, but tell Al you heard it. The joke's on him.
So about 100 people called him up, threatened him that it was who gives a shit. He promised free tires. They better fucking get them. They'll kick his ass, and it was bad. It was bad. Al was so pissed.
I bet he was.
So this April Fool's, we're going to do it again. Except we got to do it to someone in the streets.
I've got a great shop down there.
Yeah.
Free
Real health insurance with insurance.
No matter how bad you're driving right now.
You can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Just call it
drop the oil.
They're going to play something now for your free reputation and access. Our dedicated experts and patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-566-7906 to learn more or visit ReputationDefender.com.
See it all the time, man. We see it all the time. I had a Civic come in 2 days ago making brake noise. She had it at a motor place, and they told her that her AC had stopped working because her compressor failed. So she says, while you're doing the brakes, could you check my AC out? I popped the hood, flashlight down there, damn thing's unplugged. I said, what do you mean that? Wire right there that's unplugged? How about we start plugging that in and see if it works?
Did it work?
What'd you charge for that? Plug-in value 400.
First time customer, we got brake work out of her, so I was happy.
Yeah.
It happens, man.
Did you write it on the ticket? Plug in. No charge this time.
No charge for that one.
What area of Pueblo do you guys at?
We're in the Springs. We have 2 locations.
She was in Pueblo.
Yeah, she was coming from Pueblo.
God, I would never open anything up in Pueblo. Pueblo sounds like a hellhole. We have never got a call from Pueblo that has anything normal about it. Oh, it's crazy, man.
I could believe it.
I think Colorado says it as far as for crime rates, #1 city.
It's crazy up there, man.
No way.
The police don't do shit. I mean, it's really bad.
I hear the complaints just from the south end of our town, right? You go down to the Academy and Astor's on and Hancock, and the people just want everything for nothing, or they want to argue with you. And it's like, I'm not trying to go through that. That's not my customer. I'll stay where I'm at. And the sad part is that's where our military base is. So for them, they have a hard fight because the closest place to them is the people that are putting up with that crap.
Yeah.
Makes it hard.
Yep. I drove by there going to the Royal Gorge. We camped up there like, I don't know, within the last month. And, God, some of that housing is so run down on that base, man. Holy shit, I thought those guys had nicer shit than that. I mean, they look like bad apartments.
Yeah.
Like really old.
They need to do something with that base.
They do, man. Those guys should be living, or their families should be living in better.
That's the part that
Dude, they look bad.
They're overseas fighting for us, and their wife and kids living in this shack, right? Like,
Dude, they were really bad. Have you seen them? No. Just the base housing up at Carson. Holy shit, man. It looked like the fucking slums.
Is it apartments or is it houses?
They call it housing.
Right,
but it's like apartments.
Not like, you know, it's a fucking apartment complex. Like what we moved that lady out of, but really bad.
A
what?
Quonset hut in Camp Helen, like the one Kyle did. They weren't very nice.
But it was just you, not your family.
No, you're right. It was single people.
Right. But they put their families up in there and ship you overseas for 6 months.
You should see where he lives now.
It's a double Quonset hut.
From this burnout scene, another time, another time.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome, 303-713-TALK. Ken, this sounds really serious. What's going on?
I was buying a car from a buy here, pay here place.
Yeah.
And I had the way it worked out is I got 2 weeks ahead on my payments so that I could pay once a month. So I was paying once a month. I was current with my payments. I had an issue on the day my brother died on March 23rd, and that day I was looking at my account, and they had taken money out of my account. And I contacted them. I said, "Why are you taking money out of my account?" She said, "For your insurance." I said, "No, everything's caught up in the head." She said, "Well, you have direct payment." I said, "No, I don't."
Were you paying? Hold on. Were you paying your own insurance, or were they taking it?
Well, I was paying gap insurance also.
To who?
To that company.
Oh, to the dealer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was that separate from your car payment?
Yes.
And how often is that premium due?
Once a month.
Okay.
I got ahead on everything.
How much? Right. How much was the gap premium a month?
$72.
And then how much was the regular payment a month?
All of it come together like $500 and something a month. So it was $400 a month for the car.
Okay. So now what?
My God, man, he could have leased a Hellcat for that per month. I'm not kidding.
I know. I learned a valuable lesson.
Well, you have bad credit, I take it.
Yeah. I'm rebuilding my credit, Tom. I was in prison for a long time.
Okay. And I doubt that these guys report to credit agencies, but okay, so what's happening?
Well, what they did was, when I contacted them, they kept lying to me. Everybody that got on the phone, I talked to the assistant finance manager because the finance manager was on vacation. And he said, yeah, it was a mistake, you know. And I said, well, okay, can I have my money back? And they wouldn't give me my money back. And I was a hit.
Now, hold on. So this payment was for nothing, or did it go to the following month?
It was supposed to be for they took
I know. I understand that. You had an extra insurance payment made. So does that mean you can skip the following month?
No.
Well, where did the extra payment go?
It went to them, but it wasn't due. And
I understand. Therefore, then you paid literally in advance for the next month.
I didn't authorize them to take money out of my account.
I'm not saying that. Here is what I'm asking, and please help me here.
Okay.
If the payment wasn't due, I believe you. If they were not authorized, I believe you. But what I'm saying in essence, once that payment was made, did they acknowledge at least that an extra payment was made and therefore credited it to the following month?
Yes.
Okay, so in essence, you did not lose the money. It was just a cash flow issue. Well, and you did not authorize it. I understand that part. But if you did not authorize it, how do they take out the other payments?
I call them. They have my debit card on file.
Every month you have to call to give authorization.
Yes.
Okay. I suspect, I'm not sure, I suspect that's a formality. And somewhere you authorize them in writing to take recurring payments.
I never authorized them in writing, Tom. Never.
Okay.
Not in writing. Never.
I'm just saying I suspect. But if you did not, then technically that one payment was taken in error. But here's what I want to know. And I'm not trying to make light of this, I promise you. What's the big deal if they're going to credit you the following month? Are you that broke that the $72 is going to...
Not at all, Tom.
Then what's the issue? Tell me what's really going on.
The issue was that they continued to lie to me and lie to me and lie to me, and I asked to speak to the manager.
But you finally got it worked out, right?
I called my bank, and they gave me the money back. And then I got a letter from my bank saying, yes, it was taken unauthorized.
Okay, so what did I guess what I'm wondering is, what do you want?
Well, here what we had come to the conclusion when the finance manager came back. The conclusion we had come to is, I said, you take the car back. I don't want to do business with you anymore.
Ken. You see, you're making too much of a leap. Okay, if you want out of the car deal, that's a whole separate issue. This mistake, or this violation of authorization, does not give you a license to get out of the deal. But trust me, I've heard this before. Oh, now I don't trust them. Now I don't want to do business with them at all. And see, Ken, and again, you know what I'm talking about. You said you went to prison, so you're not going to con a con. I'm going to tell you this, that you absolutely, positively wanted out of the car deal anyway, and this gave you an excuse.
Well, and Tom, they agreed to that. And I was fine with that. They said, okay, you take the car back. We're not going to come after you we'll take the car back. We're not going to come after you for the money. We're just going to put it on your credit. I said, fine, do what you got to do. Well, now they're trying to get me for the extra money when they told me that they weren't.
Well, you don't have that in writing, so you did not get released from the contract. That's the thing. Ken, come on, man.
So
how long ago?
Worth it?
What did you say?
Is it worth?
Is what?
Verbal agreement is a contract?
We went through this yesterday. We went through this last week. Okay? Now listen to me carefully. Listen carefully. A verbal agreement or a verbal contract, they're both the same. Contract means agreement.
Right.
They are enforceable. Okay? Now, did you hear what I said? An agreement is enforceable. An agreement says you had an agreement. Now, in order to have an agreement, both parties must agree on what was said. So, if I call them, are they going to say, Tom, we did tell Ken he could get out of the agreement, get out of the contract, and we would not come after him for any money. We would just put it on his credit, and we violated that agreement. Would they say that?
Yeah, I imagine the finance manager might say that, yeah.
Ken, if they say that, then you win. So we won. So you don't even need me. So call them and say, by the way, you violated our agreement, and get your money.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll see you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You see, I am so tired of hearing, by the way, in real estate, it says specifically in the law that there are no verbal contracts. But let's talk verbal agreements. I am so tired of people saying, wait, a verbal contract is not enforceable? Yes, it is. If you have a verbal contract. A contract equals agreement. Therefore, if I take you in a room and say, did you promise to pay Mark $500? Yes, I did. Mark, did he promise to pay you $500? Yes, he did. Mark, when did he say he would pay it? He said he would pay it by Friday the 13th. Sir, when did you promise to pay Mark? Friday the 13th. All right, guess what? You can get a judgment, Mark, because you both go before a judge and the judgment will be granted. But that's not what's going to happen. Because you don't have a verbal agreement. The mere fact that you're having a disagreement means you have no verbal agreement. That is what I mean. It is, so are verbal agreements enforceable? Yes, because agreements are abided to. You abide by an agreement. So if you're abiding to an agreement, they're enforceable because you're both agreeing to do it. But as soon as one person says, that's not what I agreed to, you don't even have a verbal agreement. So, are verbal agreements enforceable? Yes, until they're not. So use that in a cocktail conversation for all of your TV and radio lawyers, the ones who they read, they see things on TV, they hear things, and they become a lawyer. Mark, what's going on in your life? We have plenty of time for calls. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Mark, what's happening with your 08 GMC truck?
Yeah, I got a P0087 code coming up on the...
Okay, say that again. Jesse's looking it up.
It's a P0087 code.
Okay, and do you know what that is? I mean, did you look it up?
Yes.
What does it say it is?
Low pressure at the rail.
Okay.
Or high pressure at the high side of the injection.
Okay, so low fuel pressure or high fuel pressure, depending on where you measure it. So what is the problem?
Well, it's done it like 3 times now, and I can't figure out what it is.
But what are the symptoms when it does it?
Well, it says on the DIC on the dash decreased horsepower.
Does it feel like that?
Pardon me?
Does it feel like decreased power?
No, it doesn't. That's why I can't figure out why the code keeps coming
Does
up.
everything feel normal?
Yes.
What do you think, Jesse? Are you looking that up?
Yeah, what you said, 08 GMC what?
It's a
truck.
2500.
Sierra?
Yes, Sierra.
Okay.
So I got the Duramax.
What do you think?
Yeah, I would have to do some testing, but you're either going to have a sensor that's gone bad or there's something going on with the fuel pump that's not getting the correct pressure
so,
up there.
but if it's driving perfectly, it's more likely a sensor. No? Yes?
No,
what?
Fuel pumps can do weird things.
And you can still have good drivability?
So we had a van that came in last week that was having a problem starting, but once he got fuel down there, it would run and drive fine. But as soon as you stopped that car, the fuel pressure dropped off to 0.
When do you get the code?
When I'm pulling my trailer with the car in it.
What do you think that means, Jess?
So I would assume that you're probably having a fuel pump issue. But again, I'm assuming. I would want to do some testing in there to see if it's a pump or if it's something else with the sensor or the rail.
You set the fuel life filter. When I reset that, to 100%, it never goes down, and then it pops up change fuel filter.
Well, it's
that's probably same thing. You're still talking fuel pump, and there's an issue back there that's
so you have to have it tested. How long does it take to do that? You could put it on a machine or what?
Yeah, we have to hook up the rail to the fuel pressure machine.
You actually hook it up to a tube.
Yep. We undo the fuel rail and hook it to the machine.
And it feeds through your machine.
Correct.
All right. Garrett's got an insurance issue. Donnie wants to talk about an F-150. And then we have Michael has nerve damage, he believes. All of you coming right up.
This report is brought to you by TrueCar.
Big delay.
On southbound I-225 and I-25 back to the almost department.
Well, you say it's no good. I still don't get it.
For every single time I've heard this,
but it's got to be tough once you went to prison. Once you go to prison, down your record, that's got to be so freaking bad. It would. Down towards Spear as well.
He thought he could get out of the car. I just don't want to do the car deal. I gave it back. He has a reason. He knows everything's going to be fine. Right now, you know, his reason. Yes.
Did you want me to just give? I was going to give Michael Southbridge Dentistry's phone number. He's like, I need a dentist so bad. He just needs it, but I didn't know if Southbridge Dentistry does nerve damage work.
They do that.
So, Sherry, you want me to give him the number and cut him loose?
If he wants to, unless he has something specific, like he believes somebody called.
Tell him to use clove oil.
If he believes somebody
For real.
if he
Thank you
believes
for the
somebody,
reminder.
if he believes somebody caused it or something.
This is Ross Kaminsky, and I thank you, and American Financing thanks you.
You guys ever have a toothache? I'm serious about this. Globe oil. On it within seconds.
Yeah.
It worked for me. Really. Never had an issue again and stuff, but
Some of the lowest
Give me a
rates in
break.
the industry. If
You
you're
know
already
nothing.
in a mortgage, no problem. You can refinance any existing mortgage.
I know.
via
It's a
loan
fact.
While
Let's
receiving
try it.
access to 100% of your home's value. That's greater than any other loan program can offer. And even though it's called
Put it
a
directly
VA
on the
loan,
tooth.
it's available to active duty military and spouses.
That'll do it, huh?
I'm totally, absolutely positive, sir.
A salary-based mortgage consultant will listen to your financial
So
goals,
if that's a diesel,
customize a loan program to fit your
you said that 25% was a diesel.
Well, if
Could
it
be
has,
dropping
if
with
it has
the
filters, I would think it had to be. When he said that, that's what I thought. So,
First thing you do is change all those filters.
Well, there's a bunch of problems with injectors, which diesels have high pressure injector problems, and they are a pain to deal with. Sometimes there won't be any symptoms, but they'll code like crazy.
What does a diesel injector cost like that? Are they
Let me just say, you ain't doing one. If I go that far in, I'm doing all of them.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So each injector would just be better to do
$600 a pop. About. So per injector. But if you're in there, if you're in there and I have to pay 3 hours of labor to go in there, you better do them all. Otherwise, you're going to do this 6 more times.
you know what's interesting is I was on the phone on my way up here today. I got a truck that needs 4 injectors. But Dodge makes a 6-pack of injectors. So the 4 injectors were $3,700, but you can buy 6 for $2,200.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome, 303-713-TALK. Okay, we're going to try to get right to you. What's your insurance issue, Garrett? What's happening?
Thanks for taking my call,
Yes,
Tom.
sir. What's going on?
USAA is the insurance company. In February was my renewal for the policy.
Yes, February renewal. And what happened?
Well, so in January, and when I got the notice and I saw how much it was, I was like, I need to shop around and get some other insurance. I did. I went with another insurance company. Didn't, now maybe this is my fault, but I did not call USAA to stop their policy.
Okay, but did you, listen, this is what's important. Did you have an automatic renewal?
No, not that I know of, no.
Okay, well,
not that I know of.
if you can show, usually, if you can show you had new insurance from that date forward, you can usually have that canceled with no problem, as long as you can show. In other words, I don't mean you have to prove it to them. Technically, you don't have to prove anything to them. But what I'm saying is it goes a long way to credibility that you did not mean to renew because you purposely got insurance somewhere else.
Right, yeah. The day that policy was supposed to start, I just went with another company.
Okay, well, then that's good. Are they saying you didn't? Are they trying to charge you?
Well, yes.
Where'd they get
$623.
You got a bill, not they didn't take the money.
Well, and they didn't take the money, but I'm getting a collection notice.
Well, that's tough. That's tough. You show where you picked up coverage and you never ordered it. They can't just bill you.
Right. They're saying that they charged me for 3 months of insurance, and then they automatically canceled because I never paid the bill. And
listen,
now I'm getting
they're full of crap. Please,
Yeah,
you got it, but you have to show them. Show them where some proof of that other coverage. And listen, man, don't let them intimidate you.
No,
they're going to try, but you say, look, I have coverage. Show me. Ask them. Show me where I authorize renewal. Show me.
Okay.
Just ask them that. I mean, these guys are idiots. Don't worry about it. In my opinion, they're idiots. Now, they might try to fight you. Donnie, what's going on? Our experts are listening, Donnie.
Hey, 99 F-150 was getting error codes of P17, 14, and 15, changed the transmission fluid, changed the shift solenoid, put everything back together, cleared the codes. Shift's fine now, driving about 10, 20 miles down the road, check engine light comes on, spits out those same codes.
Huh. After you did that, they went off, though, for a while.
After I cleared them, they stayed off for about 20 miles, and then it comes on, but it's shifting fine now. So
what do you guys think? What do you guys
It's not uncommon that they'd go off because you did a reset on it. So and then you did the solenoid, but then there's more than one solenoid in that transmission too. So
I replaced 2 of them. I replaced shifts solenoid 1 and 2, and then I forget the other solenoid that a buddy of mine helped me replace. I forget what that one was. I replaced basically shift solenoid 1 and 2, and then another solenoid, but it keeps coming back saying shift solenoid A and B is like desynchronized at 45 miles an hour or something.
Yeah, the problem is, though, you maybe end up deeper than the solenoids. You may end up to where you're going to put a valve body in the truck, because then you're going to replace all of that unit at the same time. So
what do you think you should do?
It's realistically, I'd get it to somebody who could do some diagnostics on it. I really would.
But what do you think it's going to be?
Who pulled the codes for you and gave you that info?
My buddy has a code reader, like a Snap-on code reader. He pulled it, and that's what we determined.
Guys, how accurate are those independent code readers? Are they pretty good?
They're accurate, but we have to understand that the code readers are just pointing us in a direction. It's not telling us this is the part, replace it, you're done. A lot of times there's other issues, and that may be your case. There may be, like he's saying, the valve body issue or other internal issues that might need to go deeper.
Okay.
And that's why you need somebody that could go further with diagnostics than just codes.
Gotcha.
So anyway, all right,
Thank you.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So I guess if we don't have any more calls, that's fine, but we do have time for maybe to squeeze one in. Let's talk to Jesse. Jesse, do any screaming deals come to mind for our listeners in the Springs? I know they might have tuned out by now, but we get a big listenership on K-How down there.
Yeah.
Anything come to mind for you that might be a screaming deal for our listeners?
If you don't already know, this summer we're running 2 deals. We're running a 4 for $100 oil change, $25 an oil change.
Oh, so you buy a pack of 4 and you get 4 oil changes, and of course they can use them over how long? They don't expire.
Nope, no expiration, and
I like
not
that
for one vehicle. So if you have 2, 3 cars in your family, the only stipulation is synthetic oil costs a little more, but other than that, 4 for $100.
4 for $100. All right. And
we also got our AC special right now. $35. We'll do a complete system check, including pressures, vents, whether it needs a vacuum recharge. $35. We'll do a complete inspection for that system.
Now, both of the stores are related, of course. And which one are you?
I am at West.
West is, and this is the number, but both stores honor these the screaming deals. 719-598-6306, or just drop by. It's 426 Nevada, Mesa View.
And don't forget next Saturday at 3905 Tut Boulevard, which is our east location.
Next Saturday, what are you doing there?
We're giving 2 cars away.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Now, are there still nominations or not?
The committee has gotten together and picked the 2 folks that are winning, but you're more than welcome to come out and see us give those away.
And you do this every year?
Every year. Yep. Typically we get a vehicle from a customer that doesn't want it anymore. We do the repairs, get it all set up, and then we ask for nominations from the public, get it to a committee, and they pick the winner.
This is very cool. This is cool. Okay, and anyway, you were telling me about the extraordinary leases for the Hellcat, which I can't believe. Go ahead and tell me what that was. That's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible, because I was talking here just a little bit. We were talking about a $74,000 sticker car that you could lease, and it's a 3-year lease, so it's a doable lease at $599 on a Charger Hellcat. There's a couple sitting down there on the floor. Amazing deal. So right now, I mean, where the Hellcats were untouchable, just like the Demons are today, it's a doable deal. It's affordable. It's a good program.
So to me, that's pretty incredible. I mean, think about that. Now, do you have to put money down?
The lease is based without money down. I've got a couple guys down there that I work with that leased with $1,000, $2,000 down in there in the lower 5s, lower to mid 5s. Amazing deal.
How many horsepower is that car?
That car is right at 600 horse. That car is, because the Demon
600
is
horse,
5 and some change. Yeah. It's an amazing car.
Now, do they have, I know the Corvettes, with all that horsepower, you could be dangerous and stupid, but there are so many computer drive controls. Do they have those on the Hellcat?
They do. They do.
In
they
other
all
words,
have
to
traction
keep that
control,
power.
But keep in mind, they could be overridden, too, because they have switches to turn traction control off.
But basically, if you leave everything in its default mode, it's a pretty safe car, and it manages power for you.
It does. It does.
Those are complicated systems.
That's an amazing
Okay,
car.
by the way, that's Colorado Springs Dodge. Andy is the service director there. Good people down there. Remember, folks, save all your problems for me.
When you have hail damage, finding a quality roofer is tough.
top of that.
I know where I'm going Saturday.
We have a good driving record, you know? It's not so bad.
I just want it for a week.
3-year lease.
I've got
That's awesome. That's
I've
great.
got an SRT Challenger and insurance is $90 a month. So, not bad.
Well, I like your oil change.
That is a cool program.
You guys use regular oil or do you use like a synthetic blend? As a standard?
We've used synthetic blends as long as I can remember.
Gotcha.
So in fact, most oil companies
use Kendall.
We use Pasco. We just switched to Kendall.
You know what? I wanted to go to Cripple this weekend. I might go Sunday morning.
Oh, okay.
Sunday morning.
See, we would be leaving.
Dave's coming back Sunday. You guys are going to.
Did they ever give you good tickets to the National?
I did. I worked by you.
They put me in. I'd have 2 suites, the Quaker State and the Kendall Suite. I would get 4 tickets, 2 each. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every year. Every fucking year. When you go up into the suites, they put a band on it. I started collecting it. Okay? So I would call my friends up because I only got 2 tickets, and then my dad would usually take the other 2. So I started saving bands for fucking 5-6 years. I had every color. So I'd call up my buddy Dan. He would show up, we'd see what color they would have on that day. And literally, we would put a band on him, and he'd come right up to the suite. As long as you don't sit down, it would never back. No one would ever know.
And knowing Dave like I did, I usually give him 2 and I was like, are you coming? Can I? Bring him up, I don't care.
Yeah, it's just getting past.
It's great.
Hey, he's parked
Good
on
to see you,
the
good to see you.
Yeah, I didn't know that was yours.
Oh, you like that?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Tom, thanks again for having me.
Good seeing you, Andy.
Is your motorhome here? See you guys.
Yeah, I saw it back there.
Is your motorhome here?
Yes.
What are you doing with it? I mean,
We're just Mark and I
They're
are.
cruising. They're cruising.
Car here?
What?
You leaving the